Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThatUmbrellaGuy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
In my whip, past your E Boulevard, watching posers set and flex, hoping to act hard, praying some of their denials find a way to stick, writing articles, denying, eating pain chips. Yeah, who does that?
What about all charges that the state listed? Reading proof, that's the thing that gets you twisted. Fraud, extortion, now there's more threats, saying the mafia is coming in your whip.
He told the world that the FBI will be calling, because the mafia finds the truth appalling. Spinning your conviction in every detail, speed running another attempt at getting re-jailed.
Imagine literally taking advantage of a blind man, misleading him to be the face of your scams. His biggest mistake, thinking that lawyer cared, as you threw his life into further disrepair. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, their grift.
Launching buzzwords on Rocky stations while pleading due to the very things they accuse others of. And when you stand up, they make threats.
Wow. If a certain lawyer is a joke, then they're the punchline. But let's take a minute and truly try to define. Paging the dumbest ecosystem, repeat perps, forthwith known to all the planets as the derps.
Fun times! These are fun times indeed.
Fun times! These are fun times indeed. Fun times!
I love that. Oh my God, man.
I don't know what happened, but my microphone is magically fixed.
I told you it's my cord. I told you. You didn't
It
believe
really
it.
could be. I really
It
like that
was.
new song. Is that the first time you've played it? I feel like
No, that's just the paint chips ones I've been playing with. Man, that bass sounds good on that. By the way, anybody listening to this stuff, if you listen through your phone or something, slap some headphones on and listen to it, man.
Oh yeah,
Because
so
all the
much better with
songs,
headphones.
yeah, every song we make, like any of them, if you haven't taken the moment to check them out, off of like just a phone or some kind of mono input, yeah, check them out with
Yeah,
headphones.
put
Oh, sounds good.
headphones in. It makes a huge difference. Whenever I send these to anyone, I'm always like, headphones in,
Yeah.
headphones in. It makes such a huge difference in everything. The bass, the quality, everything, the stereo sound. Yeah, big difference.
By the way, we'll catch this in a minute, of course, but I do want people to understand the subject of today is something really funny. It is.
I'm appalled. I think it's appalling. I mean, it is funny, but it's appalling.
It's
what has
funny I
occurred.
ended up like knowing about this in any way, and
I've
it's
never
appalling
seen
at the
anything
same
like it.
time.
Yeah, I've never seen an attorney behave like this about active litigation ever in my whole damn life.
Yeah,
I-
so
Never seen it.
a bunch of us woke up today, and this morning, BBB decided I guess, sort of, to send Randy a, hey, let's settle. But he sent it to everyone.
Yeah,
It's like,
look, I
what?
know a lot about court, but one of the things I know for sure is that all settlement offers are confidential. All settlement offers should be confidential. Sending journalists your confidential settlement agreement is like another level I've never heard of. And that's what we got today.
Yep.
I just want to go on the record. I have not replied to this shit. I am not going to. I shouldn't have been included in this. And I don't know what to say.
I'm definitely, well, not just that, but apparently, see, there was a response to it as well. And BBB at first, we didn't know about the response, because unlike BBB, who tagged us into everything, we weren't included in response. But BBB decided he would respond again. And the response, weirdly, is to, I guess, all of us random people out there, but he forwarded counsel's response too. And that's
I'm
really
horrified by all of
bizarre.
this.
I mean, it's so
I'm
weird.
horrified by all of it. Like, so let me get this straight. So Jeremy's attorney replies to this totally inappropriate email, this settlement offer that he sends out to the wider public. He responds to Bruce only, probably, because I didn't get a response. Then Bruce forwards that response to us.
As far as I can see, it's a response to, okay, because again, it's included on a message that Bruce sent. So it's attached at the bottom there. And at the bottom, it notes that it was to Bruce Manskin and it was CC'd to Doreen. So that's
CC
the
to
parties.
Doreen, his law partner.
Yes. So it's law. He
Right.
kept it law appropriate. But who all did old Brucey send this crap to, by the way? Don't know. He's been BCCing. So we know a few people, but it was crazy. What's crazy about it is, in a lot of ways, I think it wasn't just a show. I think he's begging. He's like, please show a little contrition. And when it doesn't happen, he can be like, oh, it was just something I did for, well, what'd you do it for? Did you do it for the clicks? Is that why you did it? Because, I mean, what's the excuse going to be there? But I really think, I still think it's a probing attempt. He just
Hold
wants
on.
to save face.
I just got a message from Shizzy. He said it looks like Bruce reached out to me in an email. Did you get one too? So he was on it too. We don't know who he BCC'd. Like he BCC'd a bunch of us. So the only thing, it looks like it just came to me, but I know it came to other people because Tug got one, and now I'm finding out Shizzy got one. Like, who else got one? How many other people did he send this to? I'm outraged by this, but also the court will do absolutely a fuck ton of nothing because clearly the bar does nothing, the court does nothing. Bruce can do whatever he wants. He can behave as unethically as he wants, break every rule he can think of, and no one holds him accountable. Not the bar, not the judge.
He made a wonderful mistake today, though. You know what that wonderful mistake was? He sent this to all of us, and he was like, hey, journalists that are covering this case. Oh, okay, so we're all journalists covering the case. Bam, baby, so you admit it, biatch.
Yeah, journalists covering the case. The same journalists that you threatened to sue if we didn't stop covering the case.
Yeah.
How is that going to look for you in your alleged lawsuit you plan to file against us to stop our free speech? It is a slap. It is absolutely would be a strategic litigation against public participation. Close the book on it.
Yeah, it is. It is such a mistake. Like, it was such a screw up for that part. So, I mean, that's beautiful. He also did put in there, which I thought was funny. And again, we'll look at all of this, but he's like, it's shared with journalists with the, with him stating that we may report the terms, but not show it. We absolutely have the right to show the fucking emails. You know, you can't dictate that you can send out something and say, oh, I'm sending this out to the press, but you can't show it. You can talk about it, but you can't show it.
That's my favorite thing that some of these lawyers try to do. I was before showing backstage showing Tug my favorite clip of me on Nick Ricada of David Shane sending me a letter.
I remember that letter, man.
Yeah. Can I share it?
Oh yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, it's so funny. Look, this is the last time this happened to me. This is what we did. Oh, whoops! I keep doing that.
We closed the clip.
I always think that it's not going to immediately share, so I have like muscle memory of sharing it immediately. Okay, here we go. This is what happened the last time.
Okay, so not for publication. Lawyer wrote that on there. It's definitely not getting public.
Can you imagine writing something like that?
I mean, it's so redundant.
No. What lawyer would write not for publication at the top of an email you sent to a journalist?
I think it's amazing. My God, there's a lot of freaking memberships, by the way. What is that? 5, 10, 15, 16,
What?
17, 18. I'm counting memberships.
Oh, did they just come? Oh, look at that.
24.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
There were like 24 memberships, and
It's
you know,
amazing. You guys are
Thank you, but
amazing.
I love memberships. I think they're so cool. You know, with that, I love them. So I saw them roll in today, and that is appreciated. Oh, what a day too! I mean, this stuff has been going on.
You know, I would like to point out that in the Yamaha biker, this is absolutely 100% accurate. Yet again, Bubbles keeps getting his name out there, getting attention, and he himself creating perpetuating content. The very thing he complains about others, his lack of self-awareness and hypocrisy. Wow, you're right.
I don't think it's a lack of
right.
self. I don't think it's a lack of self-awareness, though. It's anything these people do, they point to the other people and they're like, actually, you're doing it. Have you noticed that's everything in the case, whether it was threatening the lives of, I mean, anything, threatening the lives of dogs, for example. Oh, no. That's actually what that guy over there did, you know, to creating YouTube content. So I think it's very much intentionally. And I don't know. It is content, though. It very much is. Hey, man, you know, if I still think that in this, they want something. And I don't think it's just content. They're underneath it all. They're begging. And that's something that I find fascinating. You've got that going on today, of course. Then you also have the the Willis stuff. You know, we had the beginning, I'm going to say, of a video. We do not have it all yet. I'll focus on this piece. But we have John Cook. Well, I'll show you what's there. Now, Willis is like, he threatened me in this. I have all of the footage. I'll show you some of it now, and we'll figure out what else to put out there. This comes after the phone call that we had, you know. Let me pull up the phone call first. Let me put it all in there.
All right. Also, check the private chat when you have a second.
Okay. I'll check it. Yeah. I mean, if he wants to. Yeah.
He says he only has like a couple minutes. You want me to?
Yeah. If you, right now, is you want right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
All right. It's
probably the same thing. I bet it is, you know.
Probably, but it would be interesting to hear what the reaction was.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna invite Mr. Wiznut for a minute. You know.
Yeah, he only has a couple minutes, he said, but he got something from Bruce too. I want to verify if it was.
It's probably the same thing. I bet you money.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Hey.
What up, Shizzy?
What is wrong with this guy?
Hey, your volume's low, by the way.
Oh, it's probably from this morning.
We don't know what is wrong with him, but I've never seen anything like it, Shiz.
It is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. Like,
did you get the settlement agreement too? Same thing that we got?
Yes, same thing. I'm looking at this thing going, why is he sending this to me?
I can't answer that for you. And also, did you notice when he responded, did you notice that he had attached Mr. Shockett's reply?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I didn't notice that at the very beginning.
I didn't
of it.
either. You
Yeah.
pointed it out when you found it. And I was
Yeah.
like, holy crap.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I went in to save it. So you create a PDF file of it, and it only saves that specific message. And I was like, wait a minute, it's saving this other part. What's this?
Yeah,
So
that's
bizarre.
so odd. Yeah, because I'm like, what? I mean, I'm not an attorney, but I'm assuming that him sharing this kind of stuff is some ethics violations right there.
Well, aren't all settlement, you should ask your wife, but I'm pretty sure all settlement conferences are supposed to be confidential.
I mean, because he says right off, this email is shared with I mean, I have a life to live, and I wasn't checking any sort of email because I don't really but I'm just like, okay, so why is he sending this to me? And then all of a sudden I see that there's a response in there that he sent to me also, and then then he has the audacity to say that, oh, journalists cover okay, so
I know you sound as confuzzled as I feel.
Especially because, and I hope Randy keeps this as professional and as much as possible and reports this to the court. I think Bubbles just wants out of this case because he's losing so bad.
He wants to get thrown off. He's like, please kick me off this case.
Maybe he does want to get thrown. I know I want to get thrown off. How can I get thrown off this case?
Get thrown off the
Can
case.
I get thrown off this case? I can't wait till this case is over.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm like, what? He's the one keeping us reporting on this thing. If he would stop or just behave like a normal attorney, we would have nothing to talk about until the filings were made.
Oh,
Literally.
See,
yeah.
I like I said, I would not wish this shit show on a person, but I enjoy a good shit show. So I'm like, hey, you want to be a moron? Be a moron.
I mean, I agree with that, but I mean the stress of it too, like if them trying to pull us in personally and like trying to threatening us with lawsuits and stuff all the time. I know you love it. Not everyone loves that.
I do. I fuck them. I live for them. I do.
Doug is so funny. He keeps me grounded, I tell you, because I'm like, I'm tired of this. I want to stop. It's like, but you won't have any more fun.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. What fun compares to this? I mean, really, because this isn't aimed at me, so I don't have to deal with the day to day. If it were that, like that, I don't consider the Jeremy part sucks, but I would not wish that on anybody. But the part that I play in this, what fun compares to this? I mean, honestly,
I agree. This is like the most humor that I've had all day. I mean, I was sanding the tabletop and refinishing it today. I mean, that was what I was doing. and I come back from dinner with my wife because I haven't been at my computer since I got done with my stream this morning. And I come back from dinner with my wife. She's all, well, never mind. We won't go into that. But then I come back here and I sit down. I'm like, oh, okay. Expert, and I was like, oh, let me check my email real quick. I check it at least in the evenings. And I pull it up and I see this. I'm like, there's got to be something, like a mistake here. Like, why is he sending this to me?
This can't be real. That was my same thought. This can't be real.
Indeed.
Well, I guess his children need content. His little PR team needs content because they ran out because nobody wants to talk about him anymore.
Oh, maybe. Perhaps I did notice in the recaps that some helpful person is writing on the Facebook page, and God bless you, whoever you are, who's writing the recaps of those shows, because I can't stand to listen to it anymore. Whoever is doing that on Facebook, you're doing the Lord's work, and I love you.
Yep.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I also laugh at your recaps. They're great. But anyway, in the recap, I have noticed that they have quit talking about us almost entirely. There's no mention of anything that's going on in our channels. So we're doing something
beautiful.
right.
Exactly.
But maybe that's it. Maybe there's just nothing for them to talk about, and he's just got to stir the pot. Oh, it's Pamela. Right. It's Pamela. Pamela, thank you so much for doing what you're doing on Facebook. My God, I love you. Please never stop. Never stop.
Are amazing.
I look for your breakdown every damn day, ma'am. Every day.
Oh, that is got to be so much torture for you. I feel for you, Pamela.
You deserve reparations,
I know,
ma'am.
man. For you to dig through all that ridiculousness, it's so crazy.
Oh,
I swear.
gosh.
Megan will tell you. Megan will be like, man, I'm burnt out on this crazy and stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's amazing. She's like, but they might sue. So what? Almost 400,000 people. They ain't gonna let us drown. Come on now. Let's get in there and throw those elbows like a boss.
You have no idea how much I appreciate you, Tug. You do not know. Poor Tug is my therapist most of the time.
This is my favorite. Like, I've had jobs that I've hated. And man, I love this kind of stuff. I do. You know, I remember when they brought a round boy in. It's like, I'm with the mafia. I was like, oh shit. They brought in mobbed up Grimace. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome, man.
Mobbed up Grimace.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, I can't live without this interaction. I really can't.
They get a couple more, and they could have a real life game of Hungry Hungry Hippos. It's fucking fascinating. Some days are amazing.
Oh God. Okay, well, you want to hear this really crazy thing? So I told you my tinfoil hat conspiracy today, but I was thinking about it further. And I'll let you in on the tinfoil hat conspiracy chat and Shizzy. Here's the tinfoil hat conspiracy. The rumor is that it's possible, like they talk about Lynette's mom. You know, everybody's heard stories about Lynette's mom. Well, there's stories about Lynette's mom being involved in possibly like some kind of religious cult of a sort. And lots of people get involved in cults. You know, it happens. And so there's the cult talk that goes on in certain circles. I have no idea if this is true. I'm just saying that's the talk. This is my tinfoil hat theory. Then you have Lynette, who, I mean, come on. We've all seen the deposition. The witch vibes are off the charts. Like, just as an aesthetic, right? I don't know what her personal beliefs are, but the witchiness is quite there. Then we have the ecosystem that gets involved. They're selling crystals and crap with their new age witchy stuff and their BDSM and their leather witchiness, right?
They're in crystal. Oh, crystals. My bad.
Not crystal. I said crystals. That's different.
My bad. You know, that with all the stuff going on medically, you know, my hearing's. Hey, props, by the way. I saw Yellow Flash sighting. What's up, man? So
hey, Yellow Flash. And then we got Bruce Manskin, who was photographed in front of a book in his office that says Yoga for Witches. So we have witches and witchcraft all over this thing. But here's where my tinfoil hat theory gets really weird. Okay, here's where it gets even weirder. And I didn't share this with you, Tug. I got to thinking about all the cases I've covered, the big ones. The Johnny Depp case, we had, if you recall, if anyone watched my coverage, you will remember that I said he had a coven of witches squatting in penthouses 1 through 5. There were witches, and in fact, there was so much witchcraft going on with Amber and her little squatters that I made the joke we should do a D&D game where we are going to rescue, it's a band of rescuers going to rescue Johnny Depp from the castle with 5 levels. And you have to go through each more powerful witch as you move up the levels to get to him and free him from the witchcraft. This was an all out for real joke throughout the entire trial about the witches. And then I had Amber Heard photographed with a witchcraft book, right? Then there's Maya Kowalski and all the nurses on the 7th floor. We called them the 7th floor coven because they all, yes, thank you, May. May knows. May's in the chat. She knows because they all wore the same Miss Clairol black hair dye and glasses, and they were like the most evil people we had ever witnessed. I think the simulation keeps giving me cases where we're going up against actual satanic cults.
Well,
and
here's
I
the question,
don't
though.
know why. Wait, I have a sound effect. You didn't wait for it. I have a reason to use the sound effect again.
Yeah, but see, the sound effect's cooler than they are. That's the problem. I mean, they can't be bossing it down with anything. I mean, look at them. Look at these people. Honestly, look at their lives. Would you be like, yeah, you traded your soul effectively? No thanks.
You would think for people with supernatural powers, they should be able to upgrade in life.
We do understand the yoga problem. Somebody did point that out. There's that book hiding over there around. Is that yoga for witches?
Yoga for witches.
Yoga for witches.
Does he have 2 copies of it? Because look above it.
Maybe.
How many copies of that book do you need?
You got to put it in different poses, like yoga poses, you know?
I need to look that book up. Like, what are we learning in that book? We need to know what that book is about right now. I'm looking it up. I need to know. Is it
maybe that's the problem he has with you, though. You know, he's like, you're not doing the yoga right.
I'm not doing the proper incantations or something. No. Oh, yeah, it's a real thing. Oh my God. By Sarah Robinson. This book explores a new kind of journey, connecting 2 powerful spiritual disciplines with enchanting effects. Witchcraft and yoga share many similarities that are, for the first time, explored in combination in this groundbreaking new title from Sarah Robinson, certified yoga instructor and experienced witch. She shares exercises, poses, and the knowledge you need to connect to your own special magic and inner power. Find out what the word yoga really means. Explore how ancient yoga sought out magic. Discover some of the goddesses and gods of yogic and witch culture. Weave magic through spells, mantra, meditation, and yoga practice. Explore the magic of chakras. Connect to the power of the sun, moon, and earth.
Are you saying, Megan, that these are bargain bin witches? Is that what you're saying?
I think so. I actually think that all of the witches we've covered, in all of the cases that I've covered, have been bargain bin witches. I wish I was in my StreamYard right now. I'd show you the witches from the Kowalski trial. They're uncannily similar. They all have the same look, the same black hair dye, the same black glasses. It's crazy. And they all were horribly evil to a disabled child.
Yeah, that gets a little weird. I mean, this whole thing is weird. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the insanity that happened in this. Because, okay, I mean, I can ask my wife. I'm going to say, is this correct and professional conduct? Because
professional conduct.
Wait, I dare you right now. Go do it now. Go right now. Put us on hold. Go ask her and come back and tell me what her answer is.
All right, I'm going to mute this. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah. For kicks too. You could kind of find out when the professionalism started, because I would really love to know when professionalism has been showcased there. Oh Lord.
Weren't we saying, you said something profound to me today? You said Randy's weakness in this case is surprisingly
professionalism. Yeah. You never thought professionalism would be, but it is
downfall.
Because he is. Yeah, because he's too nice. I mean, honestly, he's way too professional. This guy, and he's way too nice. And this guy, every single time he has a chance to do something nasty, he does it. And, you know, the courts, maybe the courts won't do anything, but you know what? You pointed out every damn time he does it. you make sure, because any time anything could even be spun to point at Randy, he's done it. And I think it's been to his detriment, just to be honest. I mean, we've seen a few comments from the judge, and I think you got to correct that. I think you pointed out what kind of a crazy person that BBB is.
Robert in the chat, by the way, is talking about putting a salt around a huge circle around LP's property. But no, don't do that. I don't encourage anyone to do anything like that. But Does that work for me? If I put a circle of salt around my office desk or something, am I protected from this shit? Because I would like to know that. Will
I don't
someone?
know. I know it'll
will they-
track deer. You know, you could track more deer. But I
Does
wonder if that
salt
means squirrel
really?
will
If
come.
if that will help ward this evil shit off, I will go get salt right now and make a circle around my office. I swear to
Does-
God.
Do squirrels like salt?
Everybody, every living thing likes salt. You have to have it to live.
I was just wondering because I've got that mean mugging squirrel. I don't want him breaking in here if I put some salt and trying to assault me. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't.
That little mean monger. I saw him the other day again. I'll tell you about it in a minute. I'll tell you. I heard
He's
Shizzy come back.
funny. Oh,
Shizzy's
Shizzy, are you back? Do we have an answer from
I thought I heard
Mrs.
Shizzy
Shizzy?
back. Are you not
Mrs.
back?
Nut? I don't think that must have been me.
Oh.
You must have
Oh,
been
that was
hearing
you.
me.
You guys doing so well.
What was I doing? I don't know what I was
You're
doing.
probably laughing so hard, like you moved your mic or something. I thought it was him
probably.
popping back in. Yeah, that squirrel man. It
His
does.
wife,
It
his wife
mean
is
mugs.
literally passed out on the kitchen floor right now. She heard what he did and she fainted. And he's looking for smelling salts right now.
I saw that little squirrel though. He was standing on top of my gazebo. It's got to be the same one. I'm telling you, he's like a little gang members. I don't know, man. He's just standing on my gazebo watching me.
That squirrel is funny. He wants
He
to
is.
be your friend. I'm telling
No,
you.
no, he mean mugs me. I have
does
never seen a
not.
squirrel try to cross its arms. It puts its arms like down on its chest, and I'm telling you, I bet you, for real, that thing's gonna gad up one day. It's gonna come for me. I know.
Get up!
Yeah.
A gadded up squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh
It's gonna
my
have
God.
it's gonna have a Cape Fear tattoo on his back and stuff. It's gonna be like, yep. One day I forgot to feed it's probably because when I used to put out food in the bird feeders, they used to get a wide open thing. And then I put this anti-squirrel thing there. And they just got around it. I tried it again. They got around it again. So I stopped filling up the bird feeder. He's probably mad now. So that's probably what caused it. It's probably an escalation thing. This squirrels right here are crazy though. They I put out like a little, it was a nice looking little plastic house. And the food comes out the bottom and the squirrels, they could come and get it too. No, caught a bunch of squirrels, including I think that one, chewing through the top of it, chewed the whole top off of it. I was like, you little
he's like a
jerks.
gangster squirrel.
I
You've
told
got
you
like
he's me. He's like, I ain't playing by your rules. Food out of dish, that's from the man. No. We get food where we want it.
Oh God.
Like, all right. Okay. Man,
All right. Maybe they don't know this, chat. Don't worry about me. Maybe they don't know that I'm a Catholic. I've got all the demon fighting tools at my disposal. And in fact, I have a Prayers for the Laity Against Witchcraft book that my priest from Africa gave me before he went back to Africa. And if you know anything about African priests, you know that they do not mess around when it comes to witchcraft. So I have all the tools available. Okay, Shizzy's back. What did she say?
So here is the thing. Without his client's permission, without his clients signing off on this, he's in trouble.
Oh, well, I guarantee you if he didn't have them sign off on it, he will have them sign off on it retroactively. So he'll have that.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing is, in doing this, he can add you to the lawsuit.
Add me?
Yes, because you're talking about it.
What?
Yes.
Oh, no. Nope.
So that's his ploy.
Yes.
That's his ploy. How can he add me to it?
Because he's making you a party to a settlement, and now you become a party to it.
Oh, no. See, because he knows that he's sharing it with journalists covering the case who may report on it. We may report
Doesn't
on
matter.
it.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
He can-
that game will not fly. No.
This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to add you as a party.
No
now.
way, man.
Yes, exactly. But this ends up becoming a lawsuit. See, now he can create a lawsuit for you against you.
Oh, good. Add me, baby. Add me,
Because,
bitch.
wait, let me get this
No,
straight.
a whole new lawsuit.
because he sent me an email that said you can talk about this but not show it, and somehow I then get involved in a lawsuit.
You can't even talk about it, sweetheart.
No, you can't.
No,
way.
he said that.
That is
He said we could.
No,
it does not work.
matter.
I'm telling you, it doesn't
matter.
work that way because
Well,
with journalism,
it might be that way, but here in the state of Georgia, they can add you into a lawsuit just by even discussing it.
Because look,
well,
this
that
came
law,
up.
whatever that law is, crazy.
Yeah, that
That's
may be
insane.
some Georgian law.
Well, maybe it's the same in Florida.
It would be one thing if both parties were communicating this back and forth, but because he's the one that's been created, he's the one that's having the communications between him and another attorney, and he's emailing it to me or to you. That means that he can add us to that lawsuit. He can create a whole new lawsuit and sue us for even discussing it.
But wait a minute. You saw what he said at the beginning, at the top of it.
That doesn't even matter, man. I'm telling you. Like, we've already seen this. So there was in 2017.
I mean, you'll win any sort of lawsuit. He's just wanting to get you added to it.
Yeah, he may try to add us, but this is what I'm saying about the absurdity to this. We saw a lawsuit that came out in 2017. It was connected to all that Depp insanity. Mm-hmm. We had a breaking of privilege in communications. We actually had heard her freaking, I can't remember her lawyer's name. Is that God, what's his name? Marty Singer?
Singer. Yeah.
Singer. Yeah. So they were communicating and they added the property manager into a conversation. They decided they would just throw them in there. And when they did, they broke privilege. Just like this, you break privilege. Only this is different.
The subject says non-privileged offer of settlement.
Even if it was privileged discussion.
He broke it by adding us to it. I didn't do shit. I haven't responded to it. I haven't touched it. Like, no, I'm not gonna.
I invite him to sue off of it.
Yeah,
I'm going to talk about it.
Here's the thing. He wants you to get added to this lawsuit. Now, here's the thing. Because I don't like to put my name out there. Somebody with a name can easily file this with the court and bring it to the judge's knowledge, because this right here, I'm sure that the judge would be very interested to know that at 9:52 in the morning I received this email, and I'm sure that they would not want me coming in and testifying to this kind of crap being said.
Oh no, see that would be the thing. See, that would be the messed up thing. So at 8:50, this guy early in the morning, right, to kick off the day on Friday, in order to also make sure that there's content that has his name on it, he decided that he would leak non-privileged offer of settlement to journalists and note, hey, I'm sharing this with journalists. Yeah, they do not want you involved talking about that at all. You look at how they responded with Shara. Oh my God, man. Mm-hmm. This guy, he will eventually sue. He will. You watch. Yeah. Unless he just gets wrecked. And even then, I don't think he's smart enough to not do it.
If they do not take his law license, he will continue to file frivolous, vexatious lawsuits against anybody on YouTube that he deems is a threat or, didn't invite him on our shows. That's what this is all about. It's what it's been about from the beginning.
Yeah, the butthurt.
It is about us ignoring him and not having him on to talk about his mac and cheese case. But I have never seen such terrible behavior in all my life. And I don't think that what he sent was proper, but he is not allowed to say things like what he said. This email is shared with journalists covering the case with the admonition that they may report on its terms, but not show it. Fuck you. Yes, I can. You sent it to my email, and that does not give him the right to pull me into any lawsuit. He can try. He can certainly fucking try, but we will destroy him on this. This is insane, and I've never seen anything like it. And I will testify. I have no problem being deposed. I have no. You want to see all these people are dodging their depositions? Why? Why are they doing that when they say that they have the truth on their side?
Not just that. They are not prepared, man. I have sat here, like I was talking about yesterday, neurotically freaking sat down and made sure that I cataloged everything that I can find. I'll come with transcripts, recordings. Hey, you want to hear about the claims of child abuse that are actually being put out? Hey, you want to hear about Northport? Sure.
How about his continued harassment of people who have asked him to stop contacting them, including me? That I have not responded to one of his emails since I told him, off you flock, fuck off, do not contact me, sue me, or shut the fuck up. That was my response to one of his emails months ago. And I told him to stop. And he still hasn't stopped. This man has been trying to harass me and drag me into a lawsuit that I have no interest in and no grounds. There are no grounds at all. This is nonsense. And he can try.
Megan, I suggest you get some leg splints because you're about to break a foot off in him.
I am going to break a foot off in him if he tries this shit. This is ridiculous. And the chat, war. Well, look, I don't want this war, but if you bring this war to my doorstep, it's game on. And you guys, you keep using the word entrapment. That's only for police. That has nothing to do with shitty lawyers who pull dirty tricks. This is why lawyers have so many jokes. It's why when you say, what do you call 100,000 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? The answer is a good start. Because there are people like him who do this shit. And this is crap. This is bad lawyer, ambulance chasing, bullshit behavior.
Yeah, this right here is going to end up with a lot of problems for him. Like I said, this is all this is for him to get content. That's it. That's all it is, for him to get content. Because nobody's talking about him, nobody cares about him anymore. He's become irrelevant to all of this. He is so butthurt right now over the judge slapping him down. I mean, he is in so much pain right now. I think he wants out of this case, and this is the quickest way for him to get out of this case. And I will tell you that as soon as Randy goes off on him, that's not going to look good. Because I have a feeling
I'm not
convinced
that the judge is paying attention. I'm not convinced that this judge.
That's why you got to make them pay attention.
I'm not convinced that he is paying attention. I really am not.
I'm thinking the judge's staff attorney might be very interested in this email that I received, and I am more than happy to send that on to him.
Well, if you think it would help, I'll send one too. It's ridiculous. I don't want these emails, Bruce. I do not want confidential settlement agreements with Jeremy Hales. Do not drag me into this. Do not break privilege and try your bullshit weirdness with me. This is ridiculous, and I do not want it. I don't want any communication from you or your ecosystem. They can all fuck off and die. I don't want to hear from them.
Yeah.
I think personally, you give a lot of credit to this guy. You give him a lot of credit in thinking that he's got any kind of plan other than he's hoping through all of this. Maybe he does want to get himself kicked off of a case. I feel like I think he begs for something, but it allows him to save face. Because at the end of the day, he knows he's not really going to get this. But hey, why not try to throw that Hail Mary? And then when nothing happens, he can be like, see, I didn't really plan on doing that. That's why I think it is, personally. I think it allows denial for it. I don't think he has some master plan. I mean, his master plan is, everybody that hurt my feelings, I'm going to sue you.
And Jay has it correctly. He says, yes, settlement offers are generally confidential and can't be in court to prove liability. This rule encourages people to resolve disputes without fear of being held accountable. And that's exactly what my wife said right there, by Jay. It's right underneath Janet Moisier.
Look at Darth Baines.
His hate consumed her welcome path and Sith Empire.
Megan has let the hate consume her. Welcome to the Sith Empire. LOL.
I was just saying the
we
other
were
day.
just saying that was
I
actually
feel like
today,
Darth
Tug.
Vader and some of my stuff. I was saying that the other day. I was like, "Welcome to the dark side, Megan."
That was literally today, by the way.
That is so funny. Oh, was that today? Damn, maybe it was.
It was literally today, wasn't it? And I sent you a
Oh.
picture of my Darth Vader hat.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah,
My
yeah.
favorite hat. I was like,
I
wait,
was
it's
like,
funny you
yep.
should say that. You're like, what you need is to embrace the dark
Embrace
side.
the dark side. That's what I said.
And then I sent you a picture of my favorite hat, which happens to be a Darth Vader hat. And my chat knows I have a Darth Vader sweatshirt that I wear all the time too, because
I'm pulling this
Jedis
letter
are
up.
weird kitty stealers, and I don't like them. I like Vader. Just
All right,
saying.
we've teased this letter enough. Is the chat? You want to see a letter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they want to see the letter.
You want it?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
wanna
I'm
see the letter.
hyping it. They've got a delay. We got to give them a second first. You know, let's see.
Wait,
we got to give them their.
hold, please, while we consider if we're going to show it to you.
Oh, please.
Megan Torture.
We're considering it, chat. We're considering it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's
I considered it while I was.
1,000 yeses. I don't know. We'll sit here for a minute longer and just. We're considering it. We're weighing it over. You know, should we show it? He did say we shouldn't show it. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe
we
that would be
shouldn't.
bad.
Maybe it would be horrible.
What do we
Okay.
think? Have we made our decision?
I think I didn't redact this thing for nothing. That's what I think.
You didn't spend all that time with a Sharpie for nothing.
Yeah, well, with an E-Sharpie, you know.
An
I didn't open like Internet Explorer because that's the easiest one to redact on. You know, it has a built-in redaction thing, so I don't have to open it like a PDF file.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let me.
The chat is getting feisty. Calm down over there.
Oh, they're getting excited.
Ooh, chat.
Put the weapons down. Put the pitchforks and the torches down.
No, man. Look at Megan. You teased them too much, man.
I know they're over there chanting
worked
and
up now.
swearing.
I know. You better pick some of that salt circle up and throw it at them. No, you're blind. Okay, let's pull this up. Here's number one. Now, of course, you can see that it was addressed to me because when I saved it, as a PDF file, it notes who it was saved to. I redacted that, but it was Bruce Manskin.
I would like to start with the subject title. Non-privileged offer of settlement. I like this part. Deadline for acceptance 5 p.m. You will notice it is 8:58 p.m. on the East Coast. And I do not believe that this offer was accepted.
It's over, baby. Oh, yeah, totally accepted. Oh, woo. You notice he sent this, though. Time sent is right over here, too. So you can see date 8:52 and my morning again right now it's 7. It's 7:58.
It was sent at the exact same time. He sent it exact same time.
So we were
mine
all
came in-
BCC'd.
Yeah, we were all BCC'd. Who knows who all he BCC'd in this thing?
Yeah, we
Why
can't
would
tell.
he BCC us in this? I mean, why didn't he just put all of our emails in there?
Because he also, right, that's a good question. For some reason, he doesn't want us to know who else he sent it to, I
the
guess.
ecosystem, we don't have a grasp on the entire ecosystem. We
That's
have
true.
no idea how big it is and how many of these channels. If we see everyone tagged in it, then we get the scope of number one, we get the scope of who he's targeting.
Yep.
And number two, we get the grasp of there are other people in the ecosystem we probably don't know about. You know?
Well, also, can you also notice that this is different from his usual emailing us? Normally, he puts us in the CC box.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he's never done BCC before. You know who does do BCC?
Oh, yeah.
Which little
Paint
piggy?
chips.
Yeah.
Paint chip and vile people.
This little piggy ate paint chips. Yep.
Yeah.
Like
It's
vile-
weird
like
how
vile people.
Bruce didn't do BCC until he met those two.
What? Do BBC? What'd you say? Oh, man.
Bees. What did I
Yeah,
say?
Oh, BCC. My bad. My bad.
BBB.
My bad.
We're not talking about
BCC.
USAID right now.
Okay, my bad. My
And the BBC and all that fraud. We'll get to that at a different time.
Yeah, that's what I meant. British broadcasting. That's exactly
Yes.
what I meant. Yes,
The
that is
BBC.
exactly what I was saying there. You're right. Totally.
Oh my God. You
Not
have
that other
such a
search
mind.
term you
Not
shouldn't
the
look
other
up.
search.
Phrasing. Extra large and extra hard.
Oh, I love that though. He's like, counsel, this email is shared with journalists covering the case with the admonition that they may report on its terms but not show it. You have 100% right. Again, you don't send things over to any journalist and say, yeah, I give you permission to kind of report. No, you send it and it's mine, baby. It is
Yeah,
mine.
it's mine. Anything you send me, and I tell people this publicly all the time. Anything you send me, whether you send it in a DM, you send it in an email, anything you send me, I reserve the right to publish in its entirety. Now, if you ask me not to, and you are a good faith kind of person and you're a source or whatever, I probably won't.
Yeah.
But I reserve the right to publish it if you lie to me, if I find, or you're an asshole lawyer trying to sue me. I will absolutely publish every goddamn word.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse my language.
No, and that also, and it's the same way if people send anonymous things and say, I don't want my name out there, I don't want people to know who my name is. I keep that stuff quiet unless you
Oh, yeah, good
become
faith,
a real
man.
pain.
Good faith,
Yeah,
like I
it
said.
is.
But when you're
Yeah.
a person of bad faith and you're emailing
It's-
me and then ordering me to do things like keep it a secret, fuck you.
And this is bad faith right here.
Oh yeah, it's the very definition of it.
Oh man, I love it. We propose the following settlement. If your client will drop what remains of his federal lawsuit, we will release him from claims for vexatious litigation and any other statutory or common law causes of action based on filing and maintaining the federal action. Okay.
So is this multiple choice? Do I get to choose one? That's-
And or
Yeah, it's so weird.
I love it though. It's and or. Do I get to collect them all? I love it.
they're like paint chip cards.
Paint chip cards.
Collect them all.
Got to chew on them all. Wait,
Don't
no.
you get those at the big box store? The little paint chip cards.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
So we will also release him from Rule 11 sanctions based on filing and maintaining the federal action. So, yeah, as far as those sanctions, again, to deter federal, rather frivolous lawsuits.
Who does he think
frivolous
is going to get
filings.
sanctioned? Exactly. I'm sorry, what?
He's like, we won't come after you for the Rule 11 sanctions. And we will not require a release of the claims remaining in federal action, but only that the federal action be dropped.
Oh.
What? I don't even understand this.
He wants him to drop the claim, but he's saying he can refile.
Yeah. He wants to add people.
I think he's
He knows
afraid right now because look at where we are in this case. We just hit, where are we? Discovery. It's got to be
You're
Friday.
still
right?
in discovery.
Yeah, we
still
just
in
hit it. I
discovery.
mean, we just got there. In 14 days, he has to come off of items that he doesn't want to. He lost that discovery round and he lost it big time. I mean, he screwed up and epically. So the best way to fix that would be a do-over, right? He's like, maybe I could get a do-over.
Yeah. And that's the thing is the judge is done playing with his shenanigans. And I would suspect that the judge saw this and may have reached out to him in shock. I don't know this for sure, but he may have reached out to him in shock and said, what are you doing? Did I not say wait until after discovery?
Yeah, he
I figure
did.
we'll get an order. I figure we'll
By
get
the
an
way,
order.
have you seen my new avatar?
see what you got there.
Love it.
Your lightsaber suddenly looks like a glow stick, though.
I know. It's because the fox is so small. It's got like a tiny, like a mini lightsaber.
It's so short. So short.
Like, I'm prepared to fight the dork side.
Dorks.
Dork side. I love it. Oh, that is your next piece of merch. I'm prepared to fight the dork side.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all over that.
Well, there's another one. There's another one, but I didn't like the mask. I think that
actually I like that, to
the
be
mask
honest.
looks like Bane from Batman.
It's awesome because you had to have the breather, after the accident. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
It does. I mean, throwing down with Jedis can be rough. It can. Actually, you know what that is? That's a reflection of the case. That's not an injury. It's a smell guard. You got it, dude. I understand. You're trying to be you're I'm speaking my language on that one for sure.
Welcome to the dork side.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Make sure you get a little smelling sauce. I think that's what happened to me. See, my blood pressure didn't really get low. I forgot to put on my mask before covering some of this stuff. I was like, oh no.
You got infected by the dork side. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, yeah. Straight down. What's it smell like? Oh, it smells like homemade turtle soup and stink. It's like, that's a free pass from a free what? For abusing federal litigation. And he can still pursue the claims with, God, they want this to be a thing so bad, don't they?
What thing?
The polymop thing.
Oh God, he keeps trying to make fetch happen. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
He's so desperate for it.
It's this. I can't even remember what it is. It's protracted something litigation and multiplication of proceedings. But no one is going to remember this. Stop trying to make
porta
fetch
potty
happen.
on Lynette's address.
Minus old people. I don't know.
It's terrible. He keeps trying to make fetch happen and it's not gonna happen. I heard they copyrighted it. Like, that's not gonna sell t-shirts, assholes.
Oh my God.
Oh.
See, that doesn't make it a legal term. Like, we made up this term.
I'm just saying, it sounds like a cancer. Because if you find one of these, you want to have it removed.
Dealing with a cancer.
If you find a polyp, you want to get it removed immediately. It does sound like something you need a CAT scan for. Doug, did you get checked out for polymops when you were at the doctor last time?
Polymops.
Polymops.
The polymops.
So they stick a tube up your backside with a camera and they look for polymops. That's what they do. And this is your reminder to go get a colonoscopy because those polymops, they can be bad. Okay?
They can be really bad. They can spread. You don't want them spreading.
You don't want to spread the polymops. They're
you remove them immediately.
Sharpen the scalpel, get rid of the polymops.
The polymops. I swear to God. They've tried so hard to make that real, though.
Yeah, you won't get a bag. You'll just get a bucket on a hook.
It reminds me of somebody. Have you ever seen like somebody tried to make a word like into something? Have you ever been around somebody? They're like saying that they're like, yeah, man, I want to make this word really, saying I'm gonna make it trend. I'm gonna make it, and you're like, no, that ain't gonna work, man. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's what this
Actually, no,
is.
I've never been around anyone who tried that and it didn't work because I've done it and it worked.
Hey, I mean, well, oh my God. I mean, these people are so terrible at this stuff.
I've done
I mean,
it.
look,
Did you know that
me-
I created the hashtag Comicsgate with John Delarose? I did that. We did that together.
Did you
Oh my
know that I
God.
created the hashtag Tugs Tits?
You did.
That's right.
I do remember that, sir.
right.
I do.
I was there whenever you said something about a pickle, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right,
Yep, yep.
man.
Pickle you.
And within like 24 hours, I mean, the amount of hashtags that hit YouTube or Twitter was insane.
We made tramp stamp lawyer trend
Oh,
in
yeah.
3 or 4 countries, including the
Hey.
United States, the UK, Australia, and there was one other. Ireland.
I swear, if this ever trends, I'm gonna start making fun of it. I'm gonna be like, "Oh my God, yeah!" I'm gonna start putting up like pictures of people like having, a rectal scope or something. I'll be like, "Oh my God!"
They're never
turning
going to get
this-
it to trend, Tug. They don't know how to
Trend? I
do
don't-
that.
Are you telling me that like 6 likes don't make something trend?
Yes, no, 6. No, sorry, it's not 6. It's 3. 3 likes is all they can get
No,
on
but
their
see, one of
stupid
them,
shit.
yeah, but one of them actually creates 6 or 7 different accounts.
Well, that's
so-
true. One of them is actually 3 or 4 different people
Indeed, for real.
in his own mind.
Ugh.
But we did chat. You remember that we made these things trend. You remember this. You
yeah.
remember we made tramp stamp lawyer trend. We did that. Like, they don't have that ability. They don't know how to do it. They don't have the talent or the creativity or the humor that it would take. And certainly creating something, and this Polymop, it's not going anywhere.
Polymop.
I'm trying to help you. You're never going to get that to trend unless
Poor
we do it
old
for you.
lame-ass,
We could make it trend
mindless
for
old
them.
people.
But I'm going to change the
Yeah.
definition.
You know what? No. Hey, Bruce, you want to make it a thing? $10,000. Gotcha, baby.
We will make it trend for $10,000.
$10,000. I'll make it trend for you. I will. I'll make it trend heavy. You know what?
Oh
You
yeah,
know what?
hashtag buckle up. We did that too.
Yep.
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 That was amazing.
That
I
was
mean, all kinds of, all jokes aside, though. I mean, man. Well, I say all jokes aside, and then I see Polymop on my screen. I guess not all jokes are aside.
I guess not all jokes.
Oh, man. He can still pursue the claims with Polymop for YouTube content. Instead, court, if he chooses, except on the dismissed extortion claims, which, again, that's been dismissed. The tortious interference claims will likely be dismissed on summary judgment, according to the judge's statement. So this avoids that and lets him refile those. See, this feels desperate right here. Very, very much. It feels like he's giving away the game here. They're afraid that there's going to be proof of tortious interference. They're afraid that that stuff's going to hang on. And holy crap. I mean, they're staring down a very real lawsuit.
I would think it might be much easier from just to turn over the information that was asked of them. That would be a better assessment of what they should do.
They're never going to do what they should do.
Well, of course, because they're going to. For them, it's all about dragging this out as long as they possibly can for content. That is
it's so
exactly
bizarre
what it is.
because that's what he keeps saying we are doing while giving us this shit.
By the way, welcome 3,700 plus people tonight. Boom, baby. Yeah, that's a
So
big turnout today. Like I said, he sent this out. This is a legit, just to make this clear, he sent this to counsel. He just put all of us on it too.
BCC'd it to
Yeah.
journalists, a what is supposed to be a confidential settlement agreement.
Yes.
Oh, Lunchia 32. I also wonder if Dave Neal got this letter. That is a very good question. Let me find out.
Yeah, ask him. See if
I shall find out. By the way, Dave Neal's doing some very good work right now on the Blake Lively case. And if you want to
I'm
caught up
getting
on
into
that,
man.
he's doing some good stuff.
I like some of the people that cover that, and I think they're in there. Well, one thing that's bothered me with all these false allegation cases, though, is all the media talking heads getting involved, because those people, they tried to ruin many of us for years. You know, oh, you can't question this stuff. How dare you? And now they're all over it because, you know, they want to about face, and they know that they're canceling people. It doesn't work anymore, but they were the very ones that caused this stuff. Anyway, I'll get on that.
No, you're right. You're right. That's exactly what has happened.
I never want people to forget who they are. When people are like, "Oh man, look at this! The Post is doing a good, you know, WP, they're doing so good."
Yeah, look at TMZ. So TMZ has been all over this, hard at it. Harvey, what's his name? He's been all over this, and they're acting like all they're so upset on behalf of Justin Baldani, and now he's reporting. TMZ's reporting about like Taylor Swift now being upset at Blake Lively, and they are getting so into this. And I think to myself, I remember when you went after Johnny Depp horrifically, ruthlessly on false allegations that you were fed by this woman. And we're not going to forget that, TMZ.
7 years. They spent 7 years doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, anyway, that's another day subject. I will really derail on that subject. So I'm just back to where I'm at today. So the offer, of course, it opens. It's open until 5 p.m. unless extended. Did you extend it, BBB?
Yeah, I'm wondering, did he extend it?
He's like, well, you know, I really thought about it. I wanted to last through the weekend. Oh no, man. What does he think this is? His ED medication or something? I don't know. He's like,
this wording is a little strange because the lawsuit is coming from Jeremy Hales, not his firm.
Oh, what a nut, man.
Yeah, I've never seen this. So this is really bizarre.
That's
unless
weird.
Extended. I've never seen anyone just throw that in for real.
Unless extended. I don't even.
Well, who is extended?
Oh, unless I guess he asks. No, I think what he means is unless you ask me for a time extension. You know, like, oh, I need to speak to my client. Can we have until tomorrow at whatever? That's what he means.
Maybe what he means. I don't know. I mean, can he just be like, yeah, I extextended it?
Is he going after Shockit too? Because that's what this
yeah,
sounds
and that's
like.
the next. Okay, this next sentence, I am shocked by this.
To be clear, this offer is made to Mr. Hales only and does not extend to your firm. He should seek independent counsel on the offer given your firm's conflict of interest on settlement. So yeah. He's desperate. You know why he's desperate like that, though? Because Shockit is effective.
But what does he think he's going to do? Pull Shockit into some kind of litigation? Why would he say that Jeremy needs to seek independent counsel on the offer given your firm's conflict of interest on settlement? What? He is Jeremy's counsel. Jeremy does not have other counsel. And if you're trying to take away his counsel, I don't understand that. What has Randy done that would make him a party to this case? What has Randy done? He has not sat on 5-hour live streams discussing active litigation. I'll tell you that much. He definitely hasn't done that. He has
this
not
right here, actually,
broken a privilege.
Yeah.
He notes, though, if this is not accepted, then they want to take it to they want a settlement conference with the magistrate. So he's telling you straight up, I included all these other parties outside of this. We want to make sure that everybody's talking about it. And if you don't accept this, then we're going to request a settlement conference with a magistrate. Really?
I'm actually considering the email that I may send to the judicial assistant, because how does a guy who says he wants our coverage to stop continue to send us this kind of crap, begging for coverage, and also threatening to pull us into litigation and the judge not be aware of this. He needs to know about this.
That comes in the second email that he sent.
Well, I don't
Did
even
you-
remember the second
Did you
email.
not get the second email?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
the
think I
second
did.
email.
Yeah,
got
we
it.
have it. We have it.
I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah. So,
But
so
I've
we did
tried
this.
to
This is the
ignore it.
first one.
I'm like, I wanted to go over it kind of fresh tonight.
Yeah, go over it fresh. But this is the second email is even more disturbing. And I mean, that right there is one of those where, I mean, I understand if you're sending it to your client's attorney, your opposing counsel, you're sending it to your opposing counsel, but to take the opposing counsel and attach them to it, so that way you can, what did he say? As you'll see,
I'm pulling
that
it.
they're only interested in exploiting.
I'm pulling
Yeah,
it
but
right
who
now.
does he mean when he says they? That's the thing. I couldn't understand what he meant by they. Who is they? Is they us? Is they Randy? And Jeremy? I don't understand.
He
No,
means
they're
something racist. It's something racist. That's what it is. They. How
It's
dare you.
definitely anti-Semitic. That's I
Yeah,
know
how
that for
dare
sure.
you.
I don't know why he's what.
Look,
It
I'll get
it
it pulled
sounds
up here.
it sounds like he's very upset.
Now there's
that
there's a
he's-
response from look, check this out. We didn't even have okay. So you can see how this is again, how it's put together. And he attached as part of it, Randy responded. Now we're not party to the Randy response, but
No.
Bruce makes sure that we're party to the Randy response.
Yeah, I didn't get a response. If I would have gotten a reply, wouldn't I? With
If
I don't
Randy
know. I'm
responded,
confused because some of this stuff ended up in my spam.
yeah, if Randy, okay, if you got a Randy response, see the easiest way, like emails sometimes look weird in the chain that they come in, but
Right.
you know when you go in and you save each email, if you save beside that particular portion of the email itself, if you go to print it, you hit print on it, when it comes up. Instead of that, you print it as a PDF. It will only print that portion of the email. So it's not a response. There is no Randy response added to it that we get.
He adds Randy's response is what he
Yes,
does.
Yep, he adds it to ours. So we end up with it too. And the Randy response, interestingly, I thought it was fascinating because again, Bruce is leaking this stuff out here, and he's like, "Hey, this isn't professional." It's like, I assume you follow the rules of professional conduct, which, yeah, I'm going to say, oh, well, it's weird. And had both of your clients give you written consent to the publication for their settlement offer. That's incorrect. Please advise immediately. If you don't respond, we will assume you follow the rules of professional conduct, in which case this matter will be referred to the state of Ohio because it's a violation of the protective order, and you are the agent actively delivering that violation.
Oh my God.
Snap.
Well, let me get this straight, because that would mean because they were
signed
told
off on
that
it.
Lynette cannot communicate through third parties with Jeremy Hales. And by him sending this to us, we are the third parties?
No. With he.
I think that's what it means.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
listen, because he sent it to us, he asked us to cover it. Here we are covering it. By definition, Jeremy Hales is now in our chat right now. He's been here. I saw him.
Well, it could be anybody. It wouldn't just be us. It would
Right.
be anybody
he sent it to.
He BBCs. He
So as
BCCs
soon
on
as
it.
anybody who talks about it, who puts it out in the press, Jeremy is watching it. If Jeremy hears it, then they used us as a third party to communicate with him. I think
Yeah.
that's what that means.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh my God.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Am I a
and
witness?
that's-
Am I a witness now?
Yeah. I guess you're gonna have to go get a new suit so you can show up to court and look as lovely as always.
Well,
Let me
I'm happy to answer any questions because I tell the truth about this shit.
Let me hit up somebody.
And
on
I will absolutely tell anyone who wants to listen that this man has been harassing me, threatening me, trying to silence my First Amendment rights for months now. And I would like him to leave me alone.
Yeah, because I mean, with the protective order, they can't cause any kind of contact whatsoever, or have anyone else. They can encourage other people to have contact in any way whatsoever. So yeah, it's fascinating. So it could very well, what they've tried to do though. Here's the problem. This isn't just like a one and done thing like they have done. I mean, you look at how many times that they've gone in. If we're talking about the protective order, my God, man. I mean, you've got people canvassing neighborhoods where he lives. They imported people, following them around on live streams. They have cameras, which they direct feed into and watch Jeremy. I mean, that's fucking craziness.
Yeah, they have a third party watching that.
That's what I mean. Third party. It's not people on their property. If I'm watching my own cameras, it's one thing. If I'm feeding people in for the direct cause of watching and harassing Jeremy Hales, especially if they're doing it for content, that is a
but it's not even just harassment, which I agree with you. That's a huge violation. It's communication. It's any communication.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if the communication is harassing or not. It's any communication.
Any communication, yeah.
So what I'm trying to figure out what Randy is saying. Is Randy saying the chat is split? The chat thinks he means Bruce is the third party.
Yeah, see,
but I think Bruce made us the third party. Do you see?
Either way, there is a third party.
he made everybody a third party that he BCC'd. Every single person that he blind copy cap whatever. Every person that he sent this to, he made them a third party.
Then again, the chat has a good point because somebody in the chat just said, "We are not the ones communicating. He is. These are his words."
True. They're right.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. These are his words. These are his communications. And they are, but I'm still confused about all of this. I don't know enough about how these no contact orders work and how Ohio will view it. But I trust that Randy knows the law he is talking about. And I will be very interested to see how Ohio views this.
You don't initiate or have any contact, and you shall not cause or encourage any other person to do that either, right?
He definitely encouraged other people to read this stuff. He encouraged us to do it.
It's wild. Here's our second thing. I have no idea if there were other communications besides the one that we see as part of that, down below. But I don't know. This stuff is so weird. Give me 1 second here.
It's the strangest damn thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if Larry got this email too. I wonder if Larry got one.
I think everybody and anybody that's covered this has received this email.
Well, Dave didn't get one.
But he's not covering it.
No, but Bruce has emailed him before as part of he's hoping that he will. He wants him to.
He wants somebody to hold his hand, and he has such tiny little hands that they get lost.
So I'm going to screenshot the rest of that. That way we don't focus on the bottom part. We focus on the rest of it. Give me a second here.
I would say this is electronic communication.
This is wild, man. I mean, all of this stuff is wild. I cannot believe he included us in the chain of communication where he dropped Randy's response in there too. I was like, what? Because, I saw the communication. I caught this stuff and I didn't pay attention to the chain underneath it. Sometimes, because it shrinks it up into the 3 dots underneath. So this was actually what a weird statement on this too. So the reason I wanted to screenshot it too is when I'm rolling through here, if that thing is live, if I scroll over the redacted, it still shows the email addresses down at the bottom. So I was like, yeah, none of that. Yeah, if for some reason, if you make it a PDF file and you've redacted those, even if you redact them, if you roll over anything that has an @ or a hyperlink, it will show it towards the side, the left-hand side. So like, I'm going to end up showing those addresses. So I'd rather do it this way. So it says, let me make sure we can see this correctly. Yep, that's good. All right. It says journalists covering this can see from these emails that they are only interested in exploiting. Are they talking about Jeremy then? Because it says the journalists covering this
I don't
can
know who
see
he's
from
talking
this. I think it's saying that he's saying Jeremy and Randy. So journalists covering this can see from these emails that that's talking about opposing side here, that they are only interested in exploiting as many proceedings as possible. So they'll reject an incredibly generous offer.
It's not a generous offer. How is settling a case that he's losing a generous offer?
It's incredibly generous. Aren't I the nicest person, Jeremy? What a clown. I love it. Oh God, I love this stuff some days. This is awesome.
God, that's kind.
Incredibly generous offer made after the fraud on the court. Oh, he's talking about his
He really
12B
thinks
promotion.
he really thinks that what he discovered there is fraud. First of all, there was no discovery.
Yeah, we haven't
Discovery's
got
not
discovery
even
yet.
done yet. So you cannot say there was fraud on the court because we do not know the evidence Jeremy has. And I certainly have seen evidence of her continuing, and we played it last night, continuing her false and defamatory statements about him online. So I don't understand how he can call it fraud on the court. But can we go back for a minute? Can we go back to journalists covering this can see from these emails that they are only interested in exploiting who? Who is they? Can you write? Not only can he not ask a question that makes sense in a deposition, he cannot write an email that anyone can understand. Who is the they? The they needs to be named because you are talking about two different groups of people. You're talking about Jeremy Hales and his attorney on one hand, and journalists covering the case on the other, and you're conflating them by then using the descriptor they.
Megan, you have to remember, Paint Chips wrote this. You know he likes to write in the third person.
Oh, God. I can't.
He writes in the sixth person, man. What's going on? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, like I don't. Journalists covering this can see from these emails that they, and how could it be us? We're not responding to these emails, so we don't have any. We don't have anything in this. How
But he's saying, look, he even notes underneath the check that it's like the judge didn't order no response necessary denied, but seems to be taking it seriously.
He literally put his he put his motion in, his 12B1 motion, functionally yesterday, because he filed it late after the court closed on Wednesday night. So the judge did not even, I guarantee you he didn't even see it today. The judge, what does he think? That this judge is just waiting by his fax machine, but to get on the newest motion from Bruce? He isn't. He has other things to do. And the idea that he hasn't responded in less than 24 hours makes you think he's taking it so seriously.
This right here, he needs to take to the court with him because he needs to be like, look, he's sending this out to people. He's talking about you, judge. He's saying, hey, this is exactly what the judge is thinking right here. We haven't even gotten through. The last thing we heard from the judge is the judge saying, you screwed up big time, BBB, when it comes to discovery. You have 14 days from the date of that filing to come off of these 3 items that you were arguing.
I would have given him, you know what? I would have given him 3 hours. That's another reason why I
Well,
don't like
that's
when
why.
judges. I don't like this judge so much. 14 days. You've already given him how many days? How many days has he had to turn over discovery? He's had an entire calendar. He knows when it's due, and he's decided he's just not going to do it. I'd give him 3 hours.
If you don't, you're sanctioned for every hour that you don't.
Yeah, I don't understand why judges do this. I don't understand why they play footsie with lawyers like this. I don't get it. I will never understand it. I would never be like this on the bench. I would be like, no, fuck you. 3 hours. Turn it over. In fact, I might send the bailiff with you to stand over you while you gather the stuff to hand it over.
Is he
And
saying
you're going to be
that,
paying him by the hour.
is that bottom there? Is he saying that the response that we saw is a threat, insult, accusation, and sarcasm? Is that what that's supposed to mean? Because it says there.
Wait, what?
And that last sentence at the bottom, it says, and the response. So is he talking about Randy's response?
Right
Oh,
there.
I see. And the response includes the mandatory threat. Well, how could it be anybody else's response? No, none of us responded.
No. It is Randy's response to him. Randy's response is very plain, and
yeah, is he
Randy
trying to call that a
What
threat,
insult? What insult was there?
Randy quoted him the law.
Right. I don't know what he's talking about.
Maybe that is a threat
Sarcasm.
to somebody as stupid as this guy.
I do because I'm looking at it right here. Would you like me to read it out loud for you?
Yeah, we got that. Well, I mean, we had it pulled up there. It was the thing he's talking about, the forwarded over item, like the counsel, I assume, that portion there, because he attached the forwarded portion underneath. So he's saying, and the response, and that would have been the response where he was saying, hey, did you following the rules of professional conduct? And he's talking about
that's why he's saying it's calling it a mandatory threat, insult, accusation, sarcasm. It's not a threat. It is quoting what that actual restraining order is against.
Yeah. Well, how is that a threat? How is that an insult either? How is that an insult in any way, shape, or form?
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I think this is more of him setting Randy up so that in emotion he can tell the judge that Randy threatened him in an email and insulted him and made accusations and used unprofessional sarcasm, and then Randy will have to file a response saying, okay, you left out the context, here's the actual email. I mean, it's just, this is all.
He just needs to skip to the head of the class, and this stuff needs to be brought up.
I think that I should forward this to the judge's staff attorney, because this right here is unacceptable. I'm just going to send this to the staff attorney and say, listen, I don't know why this guy is sending me these emails, but I would think that these are private, confidential emails, and can you please send this to the judge, because I think this is ex parte communication of somebody that's not party to this case whatsoever.
It's been sent to multiple parties, so we have no idea how far these communications have gone.
I think that the chat was saying they think Squid got one. I don't know who else got them. Who knows?
This stuff is wild, though. Because when I got that, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Are we really getting this today?" I thought it was another stupid article or something, being forwarded my way because, Bruce Manskin's little bully for hires. I thought he was forwarding something like that yet again. But nope. It had to be something much crazier.
This is so much unwanted communication. I mean, honestly, like, when do I get to file a no contact order against Bruce? I don't want to be contacted by you, Bruce. Please stop.
He can keep sending stuff because, like I said, with this right here, he notes that it's to journalists covering that. Anyone he included on this, all those threats saying that we aren't supposed to be He said it multiple times. He's talking about people covering, and he's saying, "Oh, you can cover." So, you don't get it both ways. You can't have it both ways. So him to say, he cannot sit out there and say that people are cyberbullying and harassing and more, which is his favorite go-to buzzwords, and then tell you, hey, I want you yourself, Megan, I want you on this. You don't get it both ways. I want him to continue.
And that's the second time. That's the second time he's done that. You know, he did it before when he said, looking forward to your coverage on John Cook and his, when they dropped the charges. That was after he sent me a threat saying I needed to cease all coverage of his clients. Then he goes and sends me something that says, cover that, looking forward to your coverage. This is the second time now.
Yep. So, I mean, he just keeps digging it in there. No, I'm 100% for him doing that and doing it foolishly. Oh, love it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Hey, Shizzy, are you hanging for a minute? You said you only had a couple of minutes anyway. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, this is just insane. I mean, because I'm gathering information on this because I'm going to reach out to the judge's staff attorney and copy this down to him and send it to him like tonight, because this is just this shouldn't be allowed to happen ever.
I'd like to know what should be done with that, because I mean it really is. I've had lawyers do some stupid stuff, but this seems well beyond the pale. But then again, I think it's a reflection of the people involved. You know, I was going to pull up the Travis stuff too. I mean, there's not a lot on this, but I think we have a developing thing that's starting. So, at first we found out that, somebody that at first they said wasn't John Cook had contacted Travis. He put it in a video. And again, if you have not checked out What You Doing, Willis, if you haven't checked out the channel, I'm going to pull these up, but make sure you give the channel love and make sure you check out the videos. This was the voicemail at first. Now this came a little bit before, okay? And then we're going to get the brand new thing. So first we have, let me make sure I get it all in there. Okay, so check this out.
Here's the voicemail.
How long do we have to look at that ridiculous two-town sign hanging in your tree on your property? You're an embarrassment for letting that happen to the residents of Otter Creek.
Okay, so that's totally not John Cook, right? Yeah.
Oh, it's totally him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, how could you deny that in any way? So
I don't need any tech to tell me that that's him. That's clearly him.
That's 100%. I mean, it's not just sound of voice, the inflection. Everything's there. All right. Now he has a new video that has come up. It's called Never Stalked and Threatened Willis. Okay. Now there's part of the interaction that's here. We're going to look at how this happens. Again, we'll look at the piece in there. Make sure, again, you go check out the entire video. He talks a little bit more about what's here, but this is how it starts. I imagine we'll get more out of this. So check this out here.
Everybody, we purchased a little bit here, purchased a little bit there.
Oh, look who just walked by.
Again, anything we can do to support, the awesome vendors here, whatever we can do, it's greatly appreciated. So we get something from each and every vendor, or try each week to get from different vendors. But needless to say, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to say the least. But don't forget about Tube Town Big Movie, because you know what's happening there. Oh yeah. Say, you just said what? Well, you can do it right now, buddy. He just said he's gonna beat the crap out of me someday. Yeah, he literally just said that. I didn't say nothing to him. He wants to talk his smack. He can talk all the smack he wants. Oh boy, we're gonna put this online. That's for damn sure.
Well, where did he say it?
What?
There's a lot more to that clip. I just showed you a little bit of it. So, so there's definitely a lot more of that clip. And
why wouldn't you play it?
I think he's deciding like how far, making sure maybe they're in the store itself, so maybe he doesn't want to include other.
I don't know, but like it's strange to. Why wouldn't he just?
Well, it's allowed. He's going to have to put that out now because already there's spin to that.
Well,
with
of course
ecosystem.
they are.
Yeah, they're like, he tried to trip poor John, and it's for real. They're like, he tried to trip him. Oh my God, and that's what happened. So I imagine we're going to have video that's going to come out, but that's the beginning of it. You know, like I said, we'll see where that goes, but it's already, it was preemptively.
Marcus said he played it today. Where?
All of it? Like I saw that part. Did he play it
Is there
more?
more?
That's
Where?
off of his brand new video 3 hours ago. So
Yeah, I don't think there's another one. I think that's it. And I don't understand why you wouldn't put out the whole thing.
I mean, you know, unfortunately, Travis has not gotten to the point where he thinks he can still stay out of this. And, you know, he himself could stay out of it, but you can't avoid something that other people bring to your doorstep. You know, if they want to threaten you and they want to come after again, they want to call and talk about you're an embarrassment. They want to reach past that line. They always want somebody to be the bad guy. They always want somebody to bully and defame. So, of course, he's not going to be able to avoid it. And I mean, he's got it there. The best disinfectant is sunlight. You know, you tear these people and their narratives apart with it. But he needs to file a police report. Yeah, that'll really help. I'm telling you.
Yeah. The Levy County Sheriff will be like, well, did you get it on video? Well, if you didn't get it on video, then it didn't happen.
Yeah, he'd be like, well, I did.
And then you're like, yeah, here's the video. And he's like, well, you didn't seem scared of him.
Exactly. You're not scared.
So, there's nothing here.
We'll look at it. I mean, I'll look at what happened with it. Well, we'll put you in jail for, you know, X amount of time, and then we won't press charges anyway.
Then we won't. Yeah, we'll put you in jail for more than a month, but we won't press charges.
I mean, Travis, though, to be fair, he has tried his damnedest to stay out of drama. He's trying to avoid these people. He just, you know, sometimes you avoid the drama, but the drama doesn't avoid you. You know, and when it comes to your doorstep like that, I mean, you have to weigh the consideration. And I do think he's going to have to put out more on that. Just show these people as what kind of pieces of garbage they are. They're threatening you. If they actually make a threat to you that they're going to beat you up at some time, then screw them. Like, show exactly who they are. That way you see it. You know, we still have that stupid lawsuit going on with everything. Anyway, I'm going to hit the super chats. Shizzy, are you hanging? Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to head out in here a second.
Okay.
How does this sound? Your Honor, I respectfully submit that I have received an email from Mr. Bruce Manskin.
I liked e-fail better.
An e-fail.
in my view, constitutes a potential violation of an Ohio restraining order. The content of the email suggests that Mr. Madskin may be engaging in conduct aimed at coercing counsel into a settlement, an act which appears to be inconsistent with the applicable rules of professional conduct. Furthermore, it seems that Mr. Madskin is attempting either to improperly involve me in this litigation or to delay the proceedings. I respectfully request that the court address these matters at its earliest convenience. I think that
sums it up nicely. Yeah.
Thank you. I will send that to Mr. Buthlita, and I am forwarding this on to him. There we go. And why does it say? Does it say that? It says the address, links, and email to field. Please, all addresses filed. The hell? Oh, I see what happens. It says links to an email. All right, there we go. Send. There we go. All right.
Email fails live.
Email.
Yes.
Email fails.
Live.
More e-fails.
More e-fails.
Yes, more e-fails. It was because it said you're attaching all these emails to it. So that's that. And like I said, this is improper in so many different ways. And I think that the court should be informed that this kind of stuff is happening. And, you know, the judge is welcome.
Are you sending it from your Shizzy Wisnup email?
Yes.
The judge is getting an email from a guy named Shizzy Wisnut.
Exactly.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
This is getting so insane.
You know it is.
The only thing it was missing was to tell him that you're a slow elderly man who wears Velcro shoes.
I'm nothing more than a lowly, slow elderly man who wears Velcro shoes and a bicycle helmet. Can you please address this? No, I wanted to make sure that it sounded as professional. You have to understand, I write these letters on a daily basis, so that's why it's easy for me to try to sound as professional as possible.
Yes, I thought that sounded great. It's just going to be funny coming from an email. Just he was not.
Yes. But I've got a honey badger there. He should appreciate that.
Yes.
He should appreciate that.
Yes.
I could always reach out to him as a member of the Federalist Society also. I'm sure that he would appreciate that.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, you have a wonderful night, Shiz.
Yep, I will. I'm gonna jump over with the expert and go give him a hard time.
All
I
right.
will see you guys soon.
We'll catch you, brother.
Night.
See ya.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure that you definitely subscribe to Shizzy Wiznut, by the way. Let's give him some channel props and some fun there. I mean, what a weird freaking day. No matter what anyone thinks, again, that freaking emails, such weirdness, man.
Oh my God.
Look at this. I mean, I don't even know what to think. Like, I don't even understand that. We have 3,800 people here, by the way. You know, oh man, that is crazy.
That's awesome.
I know. I
That's
appreciate
crazy.
all you folks, by the way. Let's talk about something real quick too. So next week we're gonna do a little seesawing action. We're gonna go channel. You know, we're gonna go my channel, Megan's channel, my channel, Megan's channel. So for 4 wonderful days, you will definitely have this wonderful stuff that we do here. I think it'll be a lot of fun. We would have more, but Megan's like, family time. I gotta have some time for them. And I'm like, whatever. You don't take your ethical journalistic responsibilities. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, this is a rare Friday night that I'm online. You guys know that I'm not generally on streams on Friday nights. Rarely.
Good,
but this kind of stuff, when it breaks, it's like, dang it.
Yeah, you got to hit it when you know.
Interrupts my plans.
Well, this one was a big one too. This wasn't like just some doc drop, you know, or some random thing that comes up. This was a crazy thing to have land on your doorstep.
Yeah. Yeah, this is nutty. I've never seen anything like it. Look, I've covered a lot of cases. I've reached out to a lot of lawyers on cases I covered, including
Sure.
I believe I reached out to Ethan Shapiro even from J-Hatch at one point, asking for a comment about something. He never responded, but then he talked bad about me in a podcast with somebody. So I know that he knew that I was out there trying, but he never responded, and that's okay. People don't respond sometimes. I reached out to Maya Kowalski's attorneys, and they also did not respond. That was during the trial, by the way. But after the trial, they did respond. I reached out again after the trial, and then they responded, and they did want to come on and talk. And so I got to do that. I reached out to attorneys. I reached out to Gwyneth Paltrow's attorney, the little one that looked like Clark Kent. He was so cute, and he played the piano. And I reached out to him, and I wanted to ask him a couple questions, actually just about his music career, but he was very overwhelmed with the attention, and he didn't want it. So, but he did respond. But it's weird. I'm not used to this kind of response from an attorney. This is not normal. It's not normal in any way, especially because I didn't reach out to Bruce. I did not want to reach out to him, and he has been chasing me down against my will, knowing that I do not want to talk to him. I am under no obligation to talk to him, by the way. He acts like I am, and I am not. There's no obligation for me to reach out to any attorney on any case that I cover. And generally I don't. It just depends on what's going on, and if I need a clarification on something, then I will. I believe I reached out to Randy about clarification on something. I think it was mostly Gosney v. Griffith. because there was a lot of ins and outs of that case when I covered it. But like, I'm not used to this. This is nuts.
It's crazy.
This guy wants to be in my back pocket. That's how it feels. It feels like this guy wants to be my best friend who also hates me. And I think it's weird and I want it to stop. I don't want to be in contact with him.
Yeah, well, that the reason that he wanted to do that was because he just wanted your approval. Wanted your love.
God, it's awful. I just have one thing to say. I just have one thing to say to that.
Go fuck yourself. But go fuck yourself.
That's it. That's all I have to say.
That's come on from him. No, he's like, it's like so tasty. You know, what?
So weird.
I don't know, man.
I don't even really understand his settlement agreement either. Like, I don't understand what his offer is or why it's attractive in any way. And let me explain. So he wants Jeremy to drop this lawsuit, what remains. And in exchange, they're not going to file sanctions against him. What if he wins? Like, there won't be any sanctions if he wins, and he thinks he's going to. So I don't see how that benefits him. And so releasing him from sanctions, not require a release of the claims remaining in the federal action, but only that the federal action be dropped. So in other words, he can refile in state court, which I can't imagine why he would drop it out of federal court just to refile in state court and go through all of this again. Do you know what I mean? We're already far along in the process. We are in discovery. If he dropped this now and then refiled in state court, the clock would start all over again. That does not benefit Jeremy Hales in any way.
No, there's nothing beneficial here at all. In fact, the only person that any of this benefits here is Bruce, because it would give Bruce a do-over. Bruce is staring down. He screwed up so bad. I mean, really, look at what just happened. What just happened was an epic discovery screw up, to the point that the three things that they wanted to fight over, the whole phone number, remember, it was about phone numbers. It was about listing all incoming and outgoing calls. Like you would find out everybody with that kind of stuff, any phone calls whatsoever, like not just the numbers, but you should essentially be getting some phone bills with that too. You know, you should be coming off a lot of information. And on top of that, you're supposed to come off of any metrics that are associated with these specific accounts out there. Like how many clicks did they get on any post that they were putting out with association to, or whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. They didn't want to do that. They were like, oh man, it's too time consuming. It's too much work, blah, blah, blah. So right after this comes in, we get this yet again. They try to get this dismissed, and right off of it, right off of their move, being like, ha, gotcha, even though we haven't had our discovery moment, which the judge has just ordered. Yeah, they start pulling this. It feels very desperate. It doesn't feel like a plan, like a gotcha, ha. It feels like a maybe they'll buy in. Maybe if we throw enough, again, this spaghetti at the wall, maybe we can talk him into something.
This is so strange. He's not good at settling. Like, he tried to settle with Larry, and you know, that was crazy. That was like offering him like to do nothing for nothing, and he'd drop it if he basically does nothing.
If we were dealing with
why would you take that deal? No, because then all you're doing is giving him the win that says somebody settled. You know, like it's weird. He keeps on asking people to take these settlements that don't do anything for them. If you're going to offer a settlement to somebody, you have to offer something of value. There's nothing of value here for Jeremy. What is there of value here?
They're just morons. Ultimately.
No, I think he just did this for the content. Honestly, because he can't possibly think that this is actually going to be accepted or in any way considered. So this is strictly for the thing he says that Jeremy is doing. He says that Jeremy is creating content by protracted litigation or whatever, but look at what he's doing.
Well, like I said, this is I personally love that he does stuff like this because again, it goes right at the threats that he makes against all of us. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to sue all of you. Why are you going to do it? You're cyberbullies, by the way. Please, cyberbullies, cover this." It's like, wait a minute, you're saying we're not cyberbullies then, right?
Oh, apparently he now enjoys our coverage and wants more of it. What? Make up your damn mind.
Of course you're going to get more coverage of it. Might as well embrace it.
Yeah, I mean, for one, I don't listen to people who tell me not to cover things. If I want to cover a story or a case or whatever, I'm going to cover it. And if you're sending me threatening letters telling me not to cover it, it only makes me want to cover it more because there must be a reason why you want me to stop. And it can't be any good, I must be over the target then.
Oh, yeah. You definitely know you're over the target these days. I love it. Oh, I don't know, man. I see this stuff and I think, you've got to be kidding me. But at the same time, I'm not surprised by anything anymore. All right, super chats time. I'm going to start with SC. Appreciate you. Saw the 5 coming in out there. Thank you, SC, yet again. Appreciate you so much. I had a Cash App with, let's say, TKT for breadsticks. Oh, man, yep. Those breadsticks, may the haters, yeah, may they not love them. Indeed, I'll go with that for sure. And FM sent a $50 Venmo. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Entertaining, informative. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's an entertaining night. Like this stuff, like when I saw it come in again, he sends me stuff all the time like this.
Does he?
Yeah, man. Okay, so remember
he doesn't do it to me as much as he does it to you, I guess.
He also sent in, so his two rent to own thugs. He sent them like when they came in, like he proved certain things that we talk about when they were sending out their newsletter. They're not getting it to everyone. So what does BBB do? He starts forwarding it to everybody. Like he forwarded it over to me. That's when I told him about everything. That's when it kicked off all the fun times. Oh my God. I think next week I'm going to go over some of those stupid emails, by the way. One of them from yesterday. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, I have my favorites. Thank you. Gifted membership off that. Awesome, man. Thank you, buddy. I love the gifted memberships. Gotcha, son. Gotcha, son. What's up? Thank you for the gifted membership as well. Appreciate you, my friend. L. Lou. What's up, L. Lou? Thank you. 5 gifted memberships. That is awesome, man, L. Lou. Look at all these gifted memberships at the top. Auntie, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships as well. Look at that. Beautiful level. Fallen Hero. What's up, Fallen Hero? Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for a gifted membership as well. Thank you. Turn of Hurdles. Hey, how are you doing, man? I haven't seen your name in a hot minute, so appreciate you. Thanks for the 5 gifted memberships as well. Thank you. Lonely. Hey, what's up, man? I don't know. You're in Thailand right now temporarily? Well, greetings returned. So temporarily, I wonder how long that means. Thank you for the 5 there too. Paula, thanks for the 5 months. I've been following for so much longer than 5 months. Oh, indeed, man. Indeed. Well, I'm glad you've been here. I'm glad you're still here. Thank you. Iowa Gal, thank you. Dropped a membership as well. Thank you very much, Iowa Gal. Like I said, I love those because that it benefits someone else as well. They get something in it. Gotcha, son. Thank you for the 2. y'all. I love you, Tug. Oh, yeah. I sometimes love you too. No, I'm just love that. Appreciate you.
That's like your square bullet point right there.
It is. That is my square bullet point. It is the written y'all. You say one time, you're like, I hate that. What do you get? 5 years of people. 5
yeah.
for you.
I'm going to get square bullet points for the rest of my damn life. I realize I made the mistake of telling people how badly it triggers me.
I think I mentioned that in 2019. I really do. I think that's when it came from. So I think it's hilarious. I kind of love it.
The chat is so funny. I have a long memory.
Yeah. Bonnie, thanks for the 2 there. BBB, just wanting to create the content, which is fascinating. If he's doing that, then that destroys a lot of their claims. Oh, everybody's doing it for the content. Yeah, I guess you are, BBB. Keith, thanks for the 5. Sending breadsticks to some umbrella guy to say that foxylicious Megan has breathless breadstickery.
Breadstickery. Funny.
Your breadstickery on. That's hilarious. Ryder Chick, thanks for the 5. Hey, Tug and Megan. Megan's fam gave me the flu. Oh man. Why would you let that happen?
How? I
sure
didn't
can
get
happen.
it yet. I didn't get it. So I'm on the microphone here. It couldn't have come from me.
Oh yeah, it did. I'm sure it can happen. She said it. It's true.
It's true.
But I had to send breadstick money to make the haters mad. Love you both. Hey, you get well for real. That has been the flu this year has been rough. Really.
Yeah, it's not good. It's
Jada,
really
thanks
not
for the
good.
5. Let's settle for a dozen breadsticks with dipping sauce. Indeed. Oh man, this has been my first day since all this craziness kicked off. I actually got to eat some food. I had some lean steak. Oh my god, man. I'm telling you, I could have flavored cardboard though. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Yeah, I've been eating like bread and I've been eating like healthy like toast and yogurt mostly. So I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Your diet does not sound fun.
It wasn't. Well, it's been self-imposed. Yeah, I couldn't control until I got the medications are finally. I think I'm adjusting to it all. So
yeah, you sound better.
Yeah, and I've got energy. Oh man, I love it. I love it. What is that? Give me 1 second. Mailed something here. I was checking something. Yeah. Okay. I thought somebody mailed something new, but it was just a question, I think. Wheezy Wills, thanks for the 10 there. Hey, Wheezy, I hope you're doing good too. Donation toward the medical bills. We're lucky here in the UK. We have the National Health Service. Yes, here it's well, hopefully when your top out isn't too high, for your year. That's pretty much what we have. Sean, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Gifted memberships, awesome. We have another 5 here. K-Rab, what's up, K-Rab? By the way, appreciate you. Thank you, man. Weezy Wheels dropped another 5 too. Awesome, man. Like I said, appreciate all of you doing that. That is great. Sandy Nichols, 31 months there. Hey there, return. Appreciate you on that. Hey Joe dropped another 5 gifted memberships too. Man, that's a bunch. What is that? 20. I'm just curious.
Very generous.
30, 40. Man, there's almost 50 memberships already in there. That is wild. Like I said, I appreciate you folks. Cynic in Chief, thanks for the 10 there. Money-making idea from the ecosystem. Virtual donkey booth with a random number generator. Each super chat amount gets a percentage chance to dunk. The victim then has to pour a bucket on themselves. It might be the first bath if you give it to some of the ecosystem. They actually have to bathe. That would be crazy. Okay, thanks for the 5 there. What a fool BBB is. I hope JH continues this case. Oh, he's going to go all the way. He's going to go as far as the case will let him, for sure. Hopefully all the way to victory.
I certainly don't see him taking a shit deal like this.
Yeah,
This is not a good deal in any way.
Yeah, we're going to let you refile. Yeah, what?
Yeah, what? We've already been through all of this. Jeremy's coming up on how many? It's been a year now of this litigation. You think he wants to start all over again? Where's the upside for him in that?
Rogue Mama said too. Song sounds A+ in a car. Yeah, that's what I always play a lot of not every song, but I play a lot of them trying out the bass and seeing if it
In the
sounds
car,
right.
they sound good.
Mhm.
I like when she says better than Vice's foghorn. That foghorn has scared her so
Oh.
many times. She texts me
Yes.
about that a lot. Like, oh my God, the foghorn. It's true. That foghorn sometimes would be
Yeah.
so loud, especially I would sometimes drift off to sleep listening to Vices, and he would hit that foghorn button, and I would be wide awake going, what the hell? It's funny.
I tuned it a couple of times while I can't remember what I was doing, but that foghorn scared the bejesus out of me
Always,
once.
especially when you're wearing headphones. It would
Yeah.
be so uncomfortable.
I have my favorites. Thanks to the two. What's wrong with him? Let me count the ways. Indeed, you got it right there for sure. Catherine, thanks for the 5. It's a dry run settlement. It's yeah. I could see that. I could see that they were trying to see if there would be any bite whatsoever. You know. I could.
Yeah.
Cunning linguist, thanks for the 2. This is ridiculous. Indeed. That's what I was saying
Ridiculous.
earlier. It is so ridiculous, you know.
Ridiculous.
Becky,
Ridiculous.
ridiculous. Yes, indeed. Becky, thanks for the 2. I gotta stop that. Megan, stop.
Becky.
Tug
Hi,
people.
Becky.
Me popcorning popcorn.
Popping popcorn.
Hey, Slug. Thanks for the 2. I finally woke up from teaching Megan.
Oh God, that was so painful. It was so painful for both of us. Slug deserves like a special seat in heaven, you know, when he dies and gets there. He has worked through all of his purgatory just by teaching me how to do OBS today. That he is definitely the book of life. Your name is in it now, Slug, for sacrificing all that time. Oh my God, OBS is a monster.
So ridiculous. Man. Okay, so we know 4 people that were included on that for sure. Me, you, Squid, Shizzy. There's 4 right off the top. Yeah. I'm curious how far all that mess goes. Sheffield's grandma, thanks for the 5 there. BBB's definitely losing his little mind. Feels like it, man. Wheezy Wills, thanks for the 5 there. BBB just wants Jeremy to accumulate huge legal fees and for him to lose everything. Oh yeah, that's definitely part of it. He wants him to have to pay him an insane amount. So if it's not just the accumulation of huge legal fees paying, but he wants him to accumulate that as far as him too, because they're hoping for that big payout. Try it. It's craziness. Green Veggies, thanks for the 10. This just in a warning. This just in a warning. A rabid panty hamster is loose on the creek. Please beware. It is hunting for a male. It is believed to be what?
LBDFGS?
Oh no. It sounds due to the smell.
Oh no.
Mistaken for a skunk ape. Oh no.
What's a skunk ape? I don't know what that is.
A skunk ape. Isn't that one of those mythological things? Like
oh, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Oh no, you're gonna make me Google it now.
It's the skunk ape.
It feels like it's one of those mythical creatures in Australia that doesn't exist.
Yes, the skunk ape is a large and hairy human-like mythological creature purportedly to inhabit forests and swamps, most notably in Florida. Yep. It's a cryptid, of course. Of course. Freaky Cat, thanks for the 5. No wonder BBB loves watching you do yoga. Put a spell on him. Yeah. Sean Bo, thanks for the 5 there. Maybe BBB is afraid Megan has the same book. She's casting spells.
No. I don't have that book. No, baby. I have a Bible and I have my exorcism, my prayers of exorcism that I will be praying before I go to bed tonight with my rosary. I'm bringing it out.
She's got to be casting spells from the Book of Love. That's why he talks about that yoga so much. You're like,
God.
no.
I can't take him. I'm so done with him. Leave me alone.
Breadstick money on that one too. Thank you.
Breadstick
Love
money.
Janice, thanks for the 10. Squid pro quo. Got one. Yes, that is confirmed too. For sure. Yeah, dysfunction. Thanks for the 2. What about a circle of Furbies?
All right, you people are too weird. I know I said it was weird in here, but you are too weird.
I love it,
words.
man. Circles of Furbies are awesome. I'm telling you.
Circles of Furbies. This is a thing you've heard of? Circles
I've done
of
it. No,
Furbies?
okay. So one time again, I'm not encouraging any bad behavior, but you know, back in the day, I dropped a little chemical, you know, and it was mind altering, yes. And I thought Furbies would be interesting. So I'd gotten a bunch of Furbies together. I don't remember how I got them or whatever. You know, I'd gotten some as a gift, but I don't remember where they all came from. But I thought it'd be fun to put them in a circle and have them communicating. And I was so messed up at the time that I could understand them. I was, you know, I was sitting around. They speak their own language when they speak Furbish. So they're like, blah, 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 you know,
Right.
whatever. Well, I was sitting there and I just remember like, you know, pieces of it. I remember thinking, oh my God, Furby, you're so funny. You're the greatest ever. Yeah, they were the greatest thing ever though, man. Yeah. Furbies, man. I
Furbish.
still have some of those Furbies. Yeah, they speak Furbish.
I remember that story. My kids like missed the Furby rage, I think. I think they might have been too young when it, I don't know. They never got into it. I don't remember.
Kids. I don't remember how I ended up with the Furbies at first, you know, but I know I got a couple from somebody just gave them to me for something. And then I got one at a graduation thing, you know, so I accumulated a few. And then I ended up with this giant freaking circle of Furbies. They were hilarious too at that day. I was like, Furby, you're so funny. Oh, they were great. Oh, I love them. One day I'd drag them back out and see what would happen, but I know I would be disappointed. So I'll just keep the memory. Paisley Chicken, thanks for the fine there. What about the Warlocks in the Reed trial?
There were Warlocks in the Reed trial?
They're all bald. It says just a tinfoil hat. I thought evil is infiltrating all these cases.
Well, I mean, it's a theory, and it's seemingly true. I don't know. It just keeps on happening.
I'm just
You
like,
keep on
okay.
having these weird coincidences and references to witchcraft in all of these cases. Like in the Kowalski case, they threw Jesus in the garbage, in the trash can. Remember, in the dumpster. Remember, sweet baby dumpster Jesus? They literally threw Jesus in a dumpster and chocolate cake. Who does that but demons? You know, and each one of these cases has its own like demonic set of people. It's weird. Doug's like, okay, are you done with your tinfoil hat theory yet?
You know, I was reading something on somebody noted they sent like a Randy response to something. Yeah, these are the ones we have. Like that portion, you know. So yeah, it was on the email. Like we did cover that portion off of here. Actually, the screenshot I think is from here. So it was somebody noted they had the reply from Randy. We saw, and if there's, like I said, we saw that reply that was
A different
forwarded
reply?
over. No, it's the same one. From there, maybe they didn't hear where we went over it or something, you know. I'm not sure, but I have my favorites. Thanks for the 2. Cayenne pepper, add to the seed. I'm not sure what that's reference to, actually.
I don't
remember.
I don't either.
Beatrice, thanks for the 5 there. Late getting here, but happy. Finally arrived with my favorite team YouTubers. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Patty, thanks for the 2. Time for a squirrel meme. Indeed. Indeed.
Locals is
Jean-Marc.
memeing. Locals is memeing. I have to show you this.
Oh, no. Oh, no. John Murray, big witches don't join cults. Please contact me for real. What are witches compared to BS?
Witches don't join cults? Don't some witches belong to cults? I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Covens, I guess. I don't know about cults, but I don't know. I don't know.
It's a tinfoil hat theory for a reason.
I'm just like this. I mean, no matter what these people are doing, it's not effective. I mean, look at their life. Like if I had awesome power, I would be like, oh man, I'm gonna be beautimous. I'm gonna be rich. My life is it's not gonna look
why
like
would you focus all your energy on just destroying random people while you live in squalor? I don't understand that. If I had the ability to like manifest things in my life, it would be all about having a more peaceful and less stressful existence for me and my family. It would have nothing to do with going after people who, I thought wronged me in some way.
Also, I wouldn't need to, get evicted millions of times, like from squatting or, have to try to pull stuff over on the elderly. I'm just saying,
Oh, by the way, Chris Morin in the chat says the cayenne pepper will burn a squirrel's mouth, but it doesn't affect the birds. That's what the cayenne pepper was about.
Thank you.
It was about the squirrel, keeping the squirrel off of the bird feeder.
Oh my God. That squirrel though, whew, man, if I tried that,
If you gave that squirrel cayenne.
That thing might come back with a flamethrower. I'm telling you, I make all the jokes about I like that squirrel mean mugs me all the time. But you know what? No one ever should mess with my squirrel. Like nobody ever mess with it. I love that squirrel. He's so funny. Like he sits out there. I'm telling you, all the squirrel, you know how when you go outside they scatter, but there's this one squirrel. No, it's that one. Like they all scatter. That one it'll run for a minute and it'll stop and turn around and just mean mug me. Like, you want some? I love it. It's like, you want it? And I'm like, no, not really. We'll be friends one day. We'll be fist bumping.
You will be. That squirrel's going to work its way right into your house, and then the state of Arizona,
right into my heart.
And then the state of Tennessee is going to come kick in your door and murder
no,
it.
No, this ain't New York, man.
That's true. That only happens in New York. I'm sure that in Tennessee you're allowed to have friendly pet squirrels.
Nobody asks you about them if you have them, you know what I mean?
Oh, and if somebody does ask you, you could be like, yeah, that's dinner.
True that.
Like who's going to stop you from making squirrel stew?
I'd be like, no, that's my cousin. We get married. And they'd be like, oh, that's legal.
All right.
Little dueling banjo.
Yep.
He'd be like, oh, she's really pretty, Anyway, Miss Bagman, thanks for the 11 there. Dropping in to drop some breadsticks. I'm on night shift. Soliciting comes later. Supporting on potty breaks. Well, hey, thank you, Miss Bagman. Appreciate you. Thank you. Cindy, thanks for the 2. Love it. Tug you, Megan.
Love
well,
you
thank
too.
you. We have
I
a lot of fun on these.
I love your avatar, Cindy. It's really cool and spooky.
Yeah,
fun.
I like that actually.
Is that where the coven meets?
Vicky, thanks for the 2 there. Don't throw don't just read it out loud. No, don't show it. No, fuck them. They can tell me you're allowed to show. You can do that. No one can tell you that they are sending you a message and somehow apply these kind of rules to it. It doesn't work whatsoever. That's another test too, to see if they can force you into something, thinking that you're, a moron and you don't understand that. It's the thing though. If you send something to a media outlet, do you really think that they're not going to show your emails? I mean, come on. So he knows it's to journalists. You may, but you can't. What? I can read it, but I can't. Fuck that.
Does anybody in the chat want to take a guess if what happened when I read David Shane's email that he said was not for publication? Anybody? Anybody think anything happened there? 1 for yes, 2 for no. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Did anything happen by me publishing something that said not for publication?
Yes, something did. A lot of laughter.
A lot of laughter definitely happened.
Yeah,
but as for legal consequences of any kind, no, nothing. In fact, I never heard from that bitch again.
Yeah, I got that myself. I got one of those because he was
Did you?
mad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was
funniest
mad.
part
He
about that
sent
letter,
about,
though.
I think he sent 4 or 5 of us. Like it wasn't a big like amount. It was just specific people that he thought they're gonna really dig into me and find out about
I
my
had
past.
written an article about him. I defended him. That was the funniest thing about it, was that I defended him in an article saying we shouldn't just believe these women coming out with these stories about him, because that nobody should do that. Have we learned nothing? You know, if they have evidence, they should bring it forward. But just going to a reporter and saying David Shane did this thing to me, and then it turned out he really was a grab ass. So
Yep.
that was not my fault, though. That was his fault.
No, you had the right. You were like, hey, we should believe evidence. That whole case we were looking at was about evidence. My stance is more of a, he wants us to listen and believe. Who am I to force, my set of standards on somebody? Why should I do that? I wouldn't want to ruin his. So I'll just believe the people accusing him, because he would want that.
That's what he would want.
Yeah. But thank you, Vicky. That is that. If there were any question, for sure. Appreciate you, Chris. Thanks for the 5. Shall I biker read it
with the sad music in the background, the violin?
Funny. She get Shizzy to like drum that one up with.
Yeah, Shizzy should do that with him. Yes, for sure. I would love to hear that. If you're still in the chat, Yamaha Biker, you should definitely get that. Get that going. He makes me laugh.
Thanks for the 2. AI Sith Megan Fox Avatar. Indeed.
Just got here, start over.
Well,
No.
now that you mention it, no.
Yeah, and we forgot. Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah, my guest J-Hip has just gotten here. So, Jamie, thanks for the 5 memberships, by the way. Thank you for those gifted memberships. They are very appreciated. Thank you. Rhea Rye, thanks for the 2. There, the farce is strong in this one.
Use the farce.
Yes, use the farce. Look.
Welcome to the
Janice.
dork side. The farce is strong with this one.
Man, tonight has been a banger of a night too. Like there are 97 freaking. See, we're only 3 off of 100 tonight. That's crazy. Janice, thanks for the 10 there. Deuce Foreskin Ambulance Chaser is grasping straws because he doesn't want to turn over all those phone records. That's right. And the rest of the other information because he knows his client's script. Indeed. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Becky.
Welcome to the dork side.
Welcome to the dork side. We have muffins. Indeed.
Ah.
As long as you have muffins. Gotcha, son. What's up? Thanks for the 2. Oh, y'all again. You devil. Judy's this and that. Thanks for the 2. Side of dork with a dash of salt. What are we cooking up? A live stream, y'all. Rhea Rye, thanks for the 2. Clean up on aisle 3. Please blame the
Polymop and bucket.
Water.
And bucket. Polymop and bucket.
J-Hip, thanks for the 2. I put Polymops on my cereal. It's funny. Fair for all, thanks for the 10. The Trespass Farm said there was a strong sense of evil on that property. Yeah, I can see that.
You can
Probably
feel
smell it.
anxiety, you can feel it.
You
You
can
can feel it.
smell it. The animals, they're like,
Well, do you remember also in the Brian Koberger in the Idaho 4 case, one of the witnesses who was in the house when the murders happened, the one who locked herself in her bedroom and then like didn't call anyone for 8 hours, and she was just like in a frozen state of fear. They said, I heard someone, it was probably somebody on one of those crime channels, talking about how it's understandable that a person in that situation who like smells blood and fear, like you can smell, adrenaline actually has a smell to it that your body would pick up that you don't recognize, like, but your brain does, that would send her into like a state of shock. And that's the same sort of thing, like with that high anxiety. It's something that as a mammal you can sense. You don't know why you feel it. You don't know why you feel that whatever you feel, the fear or the, avoidance or whatever it is, but you can pick up on it. Adrenaline smells like taxes, says Slug.
That's funny.
That was good. That was a good
Yep.
one.
Yep. I can really feel that one right there, actually. Sergeant Bob. Thanks for
Oh
the
shit, it's tax
yeah.
season and I am not happy about it.
Oh, I put an extension, put everything together. You should all send copies of that email to the court. It looks like somebody's sending them over, so I'll see exactly what be on there. AKA the cat lady. Thanks so much. Can you file an amicus brief? They don't need an amicus brief in this.
No, there's enough confusion as it is.
There's no need for it, But Naomi, thanks for the 2. First party, second party, third party. I love a party.
I just love a party.
Yeah, as long as I get to party. And Christine, thanks for the 5. Last part, email part 1 says for Jeremy only. He has to get independent counsel. That's the third party.
Oh, maybe.
I'll
By
bring
saying this is only for Jeremy, but then if it was only for Jeremy, why copy Randy then? Why even add Randy to it if that's so? Like I can't explain how his brain works, you guys. I can't. I don't know. I don't want to put myself anywhere near his thought processes.
Hey, Megan, by the way, check for a new song in your email.
All right, I will.
Thank you. Sandra dropped a membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. Thank you very much, Sandra. Appreciate you. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 2. Everyone who got these emails, send the judge. We'll do some checkups on that. Say, Max Lab. Thanks for the 2.
I gotta jump. I'm sorry.
Please. Okay, you're fine.
I am. I gotta run. I gotta take care of some stuff. I love seeing you guys. See you later, Tug.
Yeah. We'll kick our. I'll hype tomorrow. So, not tomorrow, but this next coming week. My brain will get there in a minute.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Jump. You can jump though. You're good. And the next week, what we're going to do is 4 days for sure. Every other day, we will bounce shadows. So we'll have my channel, Megan's channel, my channel, Megan's channel. That way, we can have fun. We can keep the crazy rolling. Oh, it's always fun to cover that way too. Max Lab, thanks for the 2 there, Tug. Please type the email live. Oh, no. I don't know about typing an email on here. You'd be like, these days right now, like I said, for switching meds and stuff, oh Lord, I feel like I'm in a vacuum some days. So I'm feeling much better today, though. I feel really good. Shooting Star, thanks for the 550 there. Bubbles needs a good talking to. He does, in retraining. Oh, he needs something, man. For real. Needs a leash, man. If he were my lawyer, I would be pissed at some of the stuff he does. Chris, thanks for the 5. But yet, Foreskin makes a motion and says that Randy was being unprofessional. That's the way he does it. Well, you saw him try to play the victim in this brand new thing. I mean, he pulled on this right here. He tried to pretend that even though he mails this stuff to everybody and their mother out there, he somehow, in some way, the victim, even though, I the response, it's threat. And so, he mails this thing to everybody and their mother. And then again, you got to go and you've got to take him to task for it. Otherwise, he's always going to be this way. Get that, man. I swear. So Marcus, thanks for the 5. Travis played it on TubeTown channel. It's what he said and responded. I went and looked at the TubeTown channel itself, and I didn't see a brand new one on it. Now I looked on Watch Doing Willis. I looked on that channel, and there was the brand new video there. And that's where the clip itself came from. It came from out of the middle of the new video. Now, he does talk a little bit more, again, about how everything proceeded. And he's discussed, he's not sure, what he's going to put in there yet. So I haven't seen him release more of the video yet. Now, again, if I'm wrong, if there's a link to more of that video, if somebody wants to send it over to my email, that would be totally appreciated. But that one is, the part I covered was out of the newest stuff. And I looked over at like I said, the Tubetown stuff itself. I looked at lives. I didn't see anything new. And I looked at videos and I didn't see anything new. But I did look on Willis' channel. And that was out of the last 3 hours. So if I did miss something, I'm just not noticing. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe I missed something there. If I did, just link it, send it over. I'll check it out for sure. James, thanks for the 2 there. Breadsticks for the win. Breadstick baby. Thank you. Stacy, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for that membership. Welcome to Tux Thugs. Thank you, Stacy. Jack's mom, thanks for the 5 there. Don't forget, Travis was threatened. Well, I'm a special friend / ex-hubby of someone who wants to run for town council. Well, for LP, you get him too. Indeed. Otter Creek does not sound like a place I'd want to live. And again, that is no affront to any residents out there. I am sure it is filled with great people. But the negatives that come with that town, I would never want to be there. I don't think I'd ever want to go there. I would want to encourage people to go there. And that's sad, because if you look up Otter Creek, what you find is a dying place. There's nothing there anymore. All the industry, everything is gone. And they had a way to bring in tourist dollars. You could have brought in a real cash infusion. You have this guy who he commands a real following. And instead of people being able to bring that in and to capitalize off of it as an area, you have this handful of weirdos that basically it's costing people any chance on livelihood. You may have been in the perfect position for something that would grow and it would be good for you. May have brought in jobs and more, but instead, look at where it is now. I'd never want to be there. It's awful. Use Muleskin, thanks for the 10 there. I'm doing a parody fight card add together. Give me your choice in contenders. You're putting together parody fight. I'd like to see the 2 grimaces go together. Grimace 1, like I said, it'd be like a hungry hippo fight. And you should have it. You should have that. Jack Miles thinks so too. Forward to the judge. Well, that's what Shizzy was talking about there. Let me do some clarification. I want to see how that's responded to. See what they say to do with it. And if so, forward them all over. Be like, this is one we've gotten as well. Lily, thanks for the 5. Megan, I need to name the name of that site to get video clips. Oh, you're talking about, God, what was it? Give me a second. I saved it the other day. Give me a minute. Let me see. I'm looking for I keep thinking I saved it. If not, I can't remember right off the top of my head. I mean, I thought I had it linked up here. Just give me a minute. I'm looking at bookmarks just to see if I can find it real fast. God, there's too many bookmarks in my stuff. I didn't bookmark it, but I can't remember where I bookmarked it at. I apologize. I'll have to ask her. So the next live stream we have, I'll write down a question for that. Either that or I'll remember. Maybe it'll come to me again anyway while we're doing this. Apologies. I thought I might have it right in front of me there. Mark Lane, thanks for the 10 there. My weekly entertainment budget. How not to behave as a lawyer. Indeed, Mark. That is very true. Like, I think that all the time, though. I always think, you can't get any dumber, can he? Oh, yeah. Jack, thanks. Jack's mom, rather. Thanks for the 5. BBB allowed Randy to record him, so he has proof of BBB's lies to the court. You should be worried about that. Race the clock to see when the judge sees. Yeah. I mean, he's pulled a lot of unethical BS, and he's lied. I mean, he has lied quite a bit. And that's one thing you would think he would worry about, but he doesn't seem worried about any of the BS that he's pulled. Isn't that strange? Like, wait, what is under the editing? Okay, give me 1 second. Actually, I might know where that is. To find that right. I've got a there it is. So the site you were asking about is Pixabay. It's Pixabay. That's what you were asking about. Sorry, it took me a minute there. I knew I had it marked, but yeah, that's where the video clips were coming from. Yeah, I will see what the judge does. The judge hasn't done anything yet, but Randy, again, it's sad to say, Randy suffers from professionalism. He's a decent human being. He's basically encountered somebody that the way that they've done things is they lie. They lie a lot. And most judges, they wouldn't think that'd be possible. So you kind of point that out for sure. Gail, thanks for the 5 there. There's not a statement attached to that from you, but this is itself a statement. Thank you for backing the channel. Appreciate you. Sandra, thanks for the 10 there. I refer to your coverage as my YouTube soap. Indeed. Keep dropping your work. Appreciate saying in the chat at work. Love you guys. So thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. You know, I like to keep up with cases. And also, I mean, it's craziness. You know, and if you want to watch the craziness, if you want to keep up with it, and you can be entertained by something, and at the same time, you can want certain outcomes. You can tell people about cases and crazy that's going on. You know, again, this stuff's public interest. And at the same time, you keep a prize. It is. Sometimes these people's lives, they turn life into an insane suburb. Unfortunately, though, it's at the cost of that one person. That's another reason you know, otherwise, like, these people would be so ignorable. Otherwise, their channels would dry up. They would mean nothing. They've built an entire ecosystem to destroy somebody. And yeah, we point out the insanity that they are. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. Thank you, Sandra. Like fun. Thanks for the tip. Y'all are great. Oh man, the square bullet points. I love them, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for those. Melody, thanks for the 3 months there. I've been with you and Megan since Johnny Depp days. Well, thank you there. I was one of the first to email Megan about covering What the Hales. Well, I appreciate that. Like, it's definitely a fascinating. I never thought we would cover this way. I never thought that we would be talking about another long-term case to cover. And it's been crazy to see, and interesting and fascinating. It's sad sometimes, but yeah, thank you, folks. Pickle Tip, thanks for the 4 months. Many thanks to both you, Tug, Shizzy. Laughs are plentiful indeed. Thank you. Elephant, thanks for the 10. Oh, this is a twofer. 2 for square. Oh man, it is hip to be square, isn't it? To quote Huey Lewis, I love Megan. Megan's a lot of fun. I'm glad to see her back, and she's feeling it again. Laura B, thanks for the 27 months. Laura, what's up, man, by the way? But the junk food, Doug, I know. Man, I want the junk food so bad. Actually, I don't. You know what? I say that, but I haven't, to be honest. Like, for me, we are going on day 9. No caffeine, no Cokes. I've had some Sprite. I will say I have had some Sprite, but as far as what I would call it, Sprite has some sugar, but I've been going to the Sprite Zeros too, so with nothing in them. But I had, where I got sick at first, I needed something that had carbonation, so Sprite. But I've tried to keep it to ginger ale and water, and for days it's been yogurt, it's been toast. And that was pretty much it. Today, though, I ate some lean sirloin. Oh, my God. Like I said, that was so good. It was like eating. It was like eating flavor again. So good. But I've been trying to be very healthy about stuff. It's not just for this. The doctor wasn't like, cut out everything. I was just like, you know what? It's a wake-up call. I'm not young, so I'd like to see, You take those warning calls. You can either wake up with it and be like, man, I'd like to see my kids grow up more. I could trade it in for some sugary fun. And I'm like, no, I think I'd rather have the kids and watch them grow up. So P-Bear, thanks for the vibe there. I made a picture on Grok of a crowd in New York looking up the Jumbotron. The picture is a giant square bullet point. Oh, send that over. I will give it to Megan. I'll make sure that she gets it. Make sure you mail it to me. That's awesome. Ellie Font, thanks for the 2. Call Slug for your elderly tech support. Indeed. She was like, oh man, I'm going to switch over. I'm going to get off this. I'm going to get off StreamYards, because StreamYards is being crazy. So I agree. Get off of that. I'm going to go over to OBS. I was like, man, OBS is not the easiest thing ever. So that had to be fun. SF, thanks for the 5 there. Jeremy Hale's latest storage unit is as valuable as it seems. It can go for a long time. Indeed. I wish them all the success for sure. I also, one of the reasons I like covering, if all these wackadoodles, if they all focus on someone like me, they're not focusing on Jeremy Hale. And I don't mind that. I don't, and Megan's like, man, these people are whack. Who cares? I don't care. I don't. What are they going to do? Write me mean emails? I already had some of those. Make threats. Did you know, again, one of the 2 low rent Volpe threatened me yesterday. I mentioned that a little bit, but Megan was on here, so I didn't want to get into it too much. But he was like, he was making threats. He got really mad yesterday because I kept telling him what kind of scumbag he was over and over and over again. If they want to mail me, I just keep telling them they're scumbags. But this was funny. He asked me to show him proof of John Cook being abusive. So I did. And didn't like that, So let's see. He said something, and at the end of it, he said, Doug, this won't work out well for your career. And I'm talking about him. And I'm mad. It's like a threat. I was like, you dumb, I'll say F's, right? I already tried cancellation and the mafia is coming. Maybe a rent-to-own scumbag like yourself can threaten or force vulnerable women into silence. But you're going to threaten the truth into silence this time. And he was like, talk to Megan. She'll explain. Explain the threat. Yeah, no. She'll tell you. I know you won't. Come on. You need all your emails approved. It won't work live. He goes with this. Y'all are getting paid. And it's funny from a guy getting, being like, give me 10K. The good news is I got you to talk. And given how much of a douche you are, it hates me so bad. It's the bad news also. A wise person once told me a narcissist always needs the last word. And so I wrote him back. I was like, get Megan to explain your threats? Womp womp. Maybe you can scare women. I told him, hell, you effed one's life up after you effed them and got them pregnant and took everything after they accused you, right? I bet you think that makes you real scary. But all you really are is another sad, egotistical scumbag that's shook by the prospect of being exposed. So you make threats and act internet tough. I'd almost feel sorry for you, but then I remember those you admittedly took advantage of along the way. And he stopped for that time. But there's a whole exchange. It's very beautiful. And it's the kind of stuff I enjoy some days. Not every day. Some days I won't respond because I'm doing something else. But yeah, that guy, by the way, and the reason I think he's a scumbag, not just some loser, but a scumbag, is that he admittedly, there were actually admittedly 2 women that he was quote unquote calling victims that he was having relations with. He didn't disclose it. And you're talking about best case scenario. Like women that are in the court systems, they're emotionally vulnerable. They may be mentally unwell, but he ends up getting one pregnant. She accuses him of terrible things, and he ruined her. He absolutely ruined her. Now, what was she mentally unwell? Maybe, but if she was, he was before when he was benefiting from it and not disclosing it. He was out there totally fine with ruining somebody's life right alongside of her. But she got pregnant and she was accusing him of stuff. It totally changed. And again, he's had relations and not disclosed it with 2 people, according to him. That's according to him, by the way. So these aren't just my words. These are things that he's noted. But it's going to go bad for me. Okay. The other one, the fat one, is like, you better sleep with a Glock under your pillow, Tug. Because the mafia is going to get me. I'm like, yeah. It was like I can't remember. There was a funny exchange. The last one, he was saying, if I wanted you harm, you wouldn't see it coming. And I was like, well, I know you're not putting in the work, big fun, because everybody can see you coming. I love making fun of these people. They hate it. Oh, God, they hate it. Anyway, let me get back on. So I'm sorry. I got way off topic there. Patty, thanks for the 5. Sent you an email with Randy's response as well as additional comments from BB. Yeah, I saw the email. Those screenshots, they're the ones that I think we have there. So maybe miss where we noted those there. And thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tux Thugs. Appreciate you. Angela, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tux Thugs. Emma, thanks for the 2 there. Maybe the Squirrel is their mafia contact. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what's going on there. Yeah. Maybe it is. Yeah. I'm reading something. Larry needs to give Randy some lessons on attacking. I mean, each lawyer has their own skills. Like Larry is skilled with the way that he handles DUI cases and everything. He's a skilled lawyer. He's skilled at bringing and dropping elbows and stuff. Randy's skilled. Usually though, when you're stepping to somebody, that is at least somewhat playing by the court rules. You don't run into like these unethical pieces of garbage all the time. So I think it's a shock. Like, how do you deal with that? Well, I guess you gotta call them on it because they keep lying. SF, thanks for the 5 there. Don't tell the state about the squirrel, for the love of God. Indeed. You are definitely true there. You're right. No, out here in Tennessee, we don't have animal control or anything where I live. Like, that's one of the things. We don't have anybody that's going to come and bother you about that stuff. I live in an unincorporated area out here, so there. If that squirrel moved in and we were we were hanging out making videos together, there'd be nobody that would care. There's nobody out here that could do anything about it. We're not in a township or anything else. We're outside of it. The unincorporated, it has its pros and cons. The cons are, well, the fire department will contact you and be like, you should probably give a donation. And why do you give donations to the fire department? Well, because if you don't, if your house catches on fire, well, you're going to have to pay before they come over. So donate. That's one of the cons. And that's not a problem anyway. I'd rather donate to the local fire department anyway. But one of the pros is there's no assholes out here that's going to bother you with something. And, well, I already know that, I already know about police response time. So if we get threats, they expect you to probably handle things on your own anyway. Nancy, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Thugs. Appreciate that. Thank you. Pickled Tea, thanks for the. Where's Bug tonight? I missed her cuteness. She actually was tired, like worn out. Yesterday, she went, and there was a baby where she went yesterday. Not a baby, but a 2-year-old. I call them baby, but there's a 2-year-old, like to run around and stuff. And she loves to run wide open, right? So they just ran until they fell out. And it wore her out so much that yesterday when she got home, she was exhausted, fell asleep. And then, she ran around a little bit today, but it wore her down so much that she's asleep again. So I'm like, all right, but yeah, she'll be in here interrupting within the week, I'm sure, being cute just like she is. Crazy old Bart, thanks for the fun. They're finally caught up. He's trying to avoid sanctions by excluding Randy. He's assuring mutual combat. Is he going to be like the other one that asks for mutual combat? If you don't know what I'm talking about, what's his face, Luthman, look up him. Look up mutual combat. You have a really fun read. Lily, thanks for the 5 there. This is Jeremy shocked it because they talked about sending it to Ohio. Yeah, the they. Yeah, see, that's how I took it. That's how I took the they. That's exactly how I took it. Lisa, or what is that? Lizzie Ann. Okay. Thank you for the 279. Was gifted a membership tonight. Thank y'all. See, that's the thing. Like right there. Thank you too. Thank you for noting that as well. Memberships drop in. People love it. So thank you all for doing that kind of stuff. It is awesome. So again, thank you all. Heard of Hurdles, thanks for the 10 there. Rings for the squirrel. I love that squirrel. I do. Thank you. Pickled Tink, thanks for the Miss Bug's cuteness tonight. I know. She definitely needs some rating. She will be back. Like I said, rating again. Angela, thanks for the Furby story. And winking owl wine. Good times. Oh, that winking owl wine. Oh, gross. That stuff, man. It was so gross. Wendy, thanks for the 5. Megan, you'll be glad to know honey pot tampons are menthol free. Saw them in a store. Hey, that's good to know for her. Marcus, thanks for the 5. You're right, my bad. No, you're good, Marcus, dude. Like, if you all think that I don't have like a video, like the newest something, I welcome you all to mail me and to point things out. I appreciate it. All of us together cover something. I may have the microphone, but a lot of you pull up information, you find stuff, you make sure we're a prize, and I can't tell you how good that works, because it's not a one person doing things. So for you, man, when you're pointing that out, you were like, hey, dude, I think this is this way. And you were doing exactly what you should in there. So thank you, man. Appreciate it. Wanda, thanks for the 5 there. Jeremy said, Travis, you threw the thread on camera. Yeah, he didn't get, he didn't get, we'll see what all he got on there. We definitely didn't get the video portion, but we'll see exactly what he does end up getting. And that could be the thing. I mean, unfortunately, in Otter Creek, it's gotten to the point where, like, if I were there, I'd be wearing a GoPro all the time. I wouldn't trust these people not to try to do something to me. I'd be wearing a GoPro. I'd have it strapped to me on a hat or something all the freaking time. I won't walk anywhere. And that's the craziest stuff, right? DTG, thanks for the 5. When you stare into the crazy stares back at you, indeed. And that is indeed correct. BC, thanks for the 5. Hey, Tug, here's some money toward the ambulance bill. Oh, Lord. That hasn't gotten here yet, but I can only imagine it. It's going to be thousands. I'm not even looking forward to it. I haven't gotten it yet. Thank you. It's going to be horrifying, I'm sure. BC Eagle also dropped a gifted membership on that, too. Thank you. And Ruth, 11 months you've been here. There's not a statement, but again, 11 months is its own statement. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being there 11 months. Appreciate that. I think we're at the end there. Now, this has been a good one. Like I said, we still have over 2,100 people here right now through Super Chats. But, we were up to 3,800 people. Now. That's wild. And again, stuff needs to get out there. So I appreciate you folks. I will end here, and I'm sure we'll do something tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow yet, but we'll do something fun tomorrow. All right, see you folks.